What is going on, people? Apologies for the delay. Pretty far into the card now. We got Hamza in and Ben Norman fighting now. Had some technical difficulties, so I do apologise for that. We are joined obviously by a guest tonight. It's just me and the chairman. Connor isn't here today. He is somewhere though. I think he might be in the comments. But we'll see him at some point as well. We're going to be joined by two boxing coaches, Prince of Hackney, Prince, and then Daryl. Also joined by a fellow streamer, Oh Say No More. And yeah, man, just we're on with a few people tonight. But obviously, at the moment, we've got Udin and Ben Norman. Do you know what? Norman's stopping him, man, in his tracks. He's making it very difficult for him. Hamza Udin, obviously, he's quite a respected prospect, isn't it? Obviously, before we do get into things, I think obviously it's important to say that please go over to Casuals as well. That is our new YouTube channel that we've got the two channels merged into one. So it's the idea of it obviously is that with me and Connor we're still doing all of our stuff on one channel. And we've got obviously this channel specifically for all the boxing streams. But please do go and check that out. I will put a link as well into the comments. What is going on, Becca? Are you good? Yeah, man. I'll put a link into the comments as well. And if you do want to join at any point during the live to have your say, chop it up, jump on, then as I said, we can go from here. Just a few people to join. Bear with me a second. What have you guys thought of the fight so far? If you've been watching it, obviously. And what are your predictions for Sonny Edwards tonight? Sonny Edwards in your fight. I can't lie. If Sonny Edwards loses, a big problem for me, you know, because I'm doing a dirty shake on the stream next week. I don't know what's going to be in it, but I've cut out Salmonella straight away. Get that one out of the way first. Yeah, trying to get these lot on. Bear with me. It's interesting at the moment. Obviously, we're in round 5. I should actually do and put the bios in. What is going on, man? What is happening? I should put in what is happening right now. Bear with me a second. Obviously, we have had some early fights on in the night. Callum Smith, Bevan, and Ibrahim all got the win. Callum Smith calling out some of the bigger light heavies now as well, which is interesting because I see him calling out Benavidez and these guys, and he's had big fights with people before, but be interesting. I don't even know where Benavidez fits into this light heavy thing, but he's gone right to the top. Yeah, at the moment we're in round 5. I'm just gonna bear with me. There it is, man. Yeah, let's go. Do you know what? There's a couple of good fights on here tonight, you know. Cameron Gwynn v Gavin Gwynn. Ritson's on this as well tonight, man. I'm excited for this card. It will be interesting to see. Again, main card for me is what I'm more excited by. Obviously, Sonny Edwards and the GAMAL fight. I really don't know what that fight's going to go. It's a proper 50-50, you know. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. We've just ended round 6, I believe, obviously, of the Udin and Norman fight. Give me a second. Got the names mixed up here. God. Yeah, at the moment, do you know what? Norman's doing very well. He's pressing Hooligan on the front foot as well. It's coming at earlier fights of the card as well. I think these cards are properly needed. You know, when you're talking about during like the Saudi cards that we've all been spoiled by because of the big main cards on this. And then obviously we go to the British shows that are as much needed. Even Edwards in YAFAI is such a big bout for me because I feel as if like it's a British fight that obviously we get to see, and it's for an interim world title as well. So it's interesting as well. We're into round six of Udin and Normal. Udin and Norman, about a minute and a half to go. So it'll be interesting. Do remember as well to subscribe to Hooked Casuals. I'm going to keep saying it the whole night we're here, man. But yeah, please remember to subscribe to it as well. Last round as well. I think he got taken. I think Udi might be a bit shocked. He's been taking the deep waters a little bit, you know. Um, it's been a good fight though. To be fair, there's been a lot of early knockouts in this as well. That's the other thing. A lot of early knockouts. Speeding the card up, speeding it up. We might actually. I think Sonny Edwards in your fight scheduled to happen at 10:30 tonight. So yeah, man. I think it's going to happen a bit earlier than that. Connor, Connor is not here tonight. I've got some other guests joining me shortly. I give him a bye though, man. He's at his dad's birthday meal, so he'll be here in the comments somewhere though today at some point. But he's at his dad's birthday meal, so he couldn't get out to this one. But we was asked to do a live for this, and we need to get on these lives more. We want to do some lives as well, more lives. Just let us know in the comments. We are open to UFC. We are delving a bit into football as well. Connor's a Liverpool fan. I'm a Fulham fan, so it's a bit of a one end of the spectrum, isn't it? But this is what this channel's for. It's for multiple streams, sports. We're big boxing fans. I like UFC. Got the football there. Might even just throw in some wild ones. That's the end of the fight anyway. Um, Hamza Udin, I think he's lost this one still. Pressed him on the front foot from the start. It was a tough night, good fight. He's 21 years old. Christ, that makes me feel old. You know, he looks about 35. We are waiting for people to join. Going to the decision now. Going on to the decision. Prince will be joining me shortly as well. Just waiting for them to jump on. When you're on points. Hamza Udin won on points. I don't think it was his best performance. I'll be so real with you. Yeah, I'm not massively not massively impressed by that at all. Um, yeah, I don't. Do you know what? This is the thing with boxing, though, isn't it? The judging is just so the judging's so off. It's yeah, madness. But yeah, Hamza wins on points in a fight where I think he didn't look great. But it's boxing, man. You have bad nights, you have good nights. The judging for me though recently on cards, if we actually talk about that for a minute, I think I've been saying this on Connor stream for a while. It's shocking. Um, some of the bouts and some of the decisions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you just gave Stevie Wonder a pair of headphones, he'd do a better job and just listen to the punches. I swear to God, you gave Stevie Wonder some headphones. He ain't even got to watch the fight. Some of the decisions have been bad. These one, do you know what needs to stop? These 112, 116 cards, and we all know that isn't the case. They need to stop. Nip it in the bud now. Thank you, obviously, as well, Letty, man. All here all the time. Love, love, love. Um, as I said to you, yeah, it's madness. We're going into the next fight now as well, so this card moving on quick. Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I think when I was watching the Saudi cards, you're talking about those cards, and they're just going on, in it? 2 hours of them winning. There's a lot of theatrics now with the boxing cards as well. Now they're being done in Saudi. I'm not a fan of these halftime shows. I feel like there's like halftime shows on the boxing shows. Yeah, man. Sonny Edwards. Some big cards are coming out in December, to be fair, over the next couple of weeks as well. Just seen Devontae Davis got announced for next year as well. That would be a good fight. Be a crack. There we go. Hang on 1 second, bro. I've got my first guy. Yes, come on. Let me just what the
What's up, brother? How you doing?
what's going on?
I'm all right, man. What you saying?
Not a lot, bro. What are you saying?
Um, I tell you what I'm saying about the fights. I got Edwards winning. Who you got winning?
I got Sonny Edwards winning on points.
Yeah, on points. I think so, man. I think so.
Yeah, because for me, it's just I think it's good. It's a good fight. But I don't know. I was talking about this with Connor earlier on. Yeah, I just think Sonny Edwards has got a lot of experience in it. I like your fight. He's a good fighter, but it's one of them. Like if your fighter's going to win, yeah, I think he's got to knock him out because I don't think he's going to beat him on points.
I kind of agree with you there. Well, I think it's if you look at their preferred way of attack here, Sonny Edwards, his preferred way of attack is to box and move, land shots, and that's his preferred way. Look at all his fights. And funny thing with Sonny Edwards is that he can fight on the inside. If someone forces him to fight on the inside, he can do that, right? But it's not his preferred way of attack. YAFAI, he can box, yeah, but his preferred way of attack is mid-range to inside, and he likes to get close, rough you up with good body shots and all of that stuff, right? Now, if YAFAI gets to fight to be on the inside for the majority of the fight, right? Sonny Edwards can compete there. If the majority of the fight is a long range boxing, YAFAI ain't competing in long range boxing. So that's why I got Edwards winning, because Edwards can compete in YAFAI's preferred way of attacking. If it stays long range for the whole of the fight, YAFAI can't compete. So that's why I got Sonny Edwards winning.
It's interesting though as well, isn't it? The build-ups, you know what, the build-up's been a bit mad for this, because they got obviously you got this Edward, you got these Edwards and YAFAI going at it, and then you got Charlie Edwards and his brother going at it. It's interesting though, to be fair, because I think, do you know when he fought Bam? Yeah, I feel as if I always thought that result was going to happen. I think Bam's just too good in it. Like I just think his level's above. But I think his stock rose after that fight massively, Sonny Edwards, because to get in there, obviously you go on and look what Bam's done since, and the people he's taken out, and yeah, it's an interesting one, man. That side of the division, you know, where it doesn't get as much light shown on it in boxing compared to like because of the weights. But I feel like these guys are kind of changing that now, especially with the likes of even like you talk about lightweights like Inui and all these people. The same thing.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. There's not, especially the British scene. If the smaller weights in the world scene, yeah, okay. But the smaller weights in the British scene, there's hardly any eyes on there. Yeah, but at the same time, there's hardly any eyes on there, but you can move up quite quickly because there's not a lot of fighters in the smaller weights. If you look at the British level, you can get a British title shot in the smaller weights quick, bro. like that. I've interviewed so many fighters, and like, you know, look how quickly Levi Giles got a British title shot against what's his name? Reese Bellotti.
Yeah.
I spoke to him about it, and he was like, yeah, if you look at the divisions, there's not many fighters in the lighter weights. You can really move quickly.
Definitely. Do you know what? Yeah, you're right. And you talk about like fast track, and that's the thing. That's the thing with like even with some of the, like, you look at like female boxing, even some of the weight divisions, fighters will get fast tracked because of the lack of, how you probably say, when I say fast tracked, I mean, like, you know, the ones that get pushed by like the big promotions.
Yeah, 100%.
And they get fast tracked because obviously they generate the money for it. And like, there could be someone ranked in Venezuela who's higher than them, but because they ain't got the ball, they get that fight. It's all politics, man.
100%, man. 100%, man. And I was talking to someone, I don't want to say much, right? Because I love the sport of boxing, right? But I've been to plenty shows. I've been behind the scenes, bro. Boxing's a shady game, bro. I've seen things. I can't speak on them, but I've seen things, bro. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So just next up's Cameron Vong and Gavin Gwynn.
Go on.
I'm excited to watch Cameron Vong, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. His second name's a bit mad to pronounce, but yeah, I've seen him. I've seen bits of him before, and I'm impressed. Obviously, he's another talent coming through, and a match in terms of the stables that he's being pushed for as well now, isn't it?
I like the fact that a lot of prospects they don't cut off the ring that well. He does that. He cuts off the ring well, and he can fight in different looks. He just doesn't. He doesn't fight in a high guard all the time. He can attack and defend out of a high guard, low guard, freaking Philly shell. So he needs to put it all together, but he's got the how can I say, potential to be really good.
Facts. This is before, I didn't even give it an introduction, but this is Before the Bell podcast, man. Gets about. He's everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, man. You've been at, what shows you been at recently?
The last show was when I met you, bro. I haven't been to any shows since then, man. I've been focused. I do two things. I've got the podcast and boxing, and there's something else I do as well. And the other thing that I do is it's more lucrative. I make more money from that. Like this, I make a little bit of money from this, but not so much, right? So I was focusing on that, but I do need to go. I was gonna go to. I don't know if you know, Ahmed Hatim was gonna fight.
Yeah, I know Ahmed Hatim.
Yeah, he was gonna fight another dude. I know him as well, actually. So, but the fight fell through. There's other good fights in that card as well, and I could easily go to the show. But I really wanted to go for the show for that fight.
Is that Goodwin boxing?
Goodwin, yeah, Goodwin. So I'm able to go to Goodwin shows and TM14 shows. Anything else? I almost got to what was it? Brad Falls versus Nathan Heaney too, but it fell through last minute. But yeah, you'll see me at Goodwin shows if I want to go. And I got really nice ties with TM14. I can go to any TM40 show I want. So mainly TM14 and Goodwin shows is what I go to.
Yeah. That's the same as me, bro. Like the streams is what I've kind of been focusing on. Obviously with Connor, and yeah, I've done the odd show here and there, but obviously I'm busy doing stuff with SE Dons as well. So that keeps me kind of busy outside of this. But yeah, they're just literally. What are your predictions for this fight anyway?
What? V Young and Gwyn?
Yeah.
It could be a potential banana skin for V Young for sure, because I saw in his last fight, he kind of done okay, but he didn't like the inside. He didn't like the inside. He was kind of a bit. He worked out of it a little bit. You know, he got by, superior skill set, but Gavin Gwyn's a good inside fighter. So if he can't take the inside game, he could lose this fight.
Yeah. Facts.
It's his biggest test to date, without a doubt. Right? People are writing off Gwyn because he got knocked out by I forget his name. It was in Riyadh. Who's that guy who knocked him out, man? I forget. Man. Gavin Gwyn got knocked out in Riyadh, yeah. And people are writing Gwyn off because he got knocked out in his last fight. But other than that, he was British Commonwealth champion. I think he defended the British twice or something like that.
Mark Chamberlain.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Mark Chamberlain. Yeah, people are writing him off because of that. But before he got knocked out by Mark Chamberlain, people are like, yeah, this is not an easy fight for Young. Not at all, man.
I think the occasion being that in his head, or obviously you don't know what his team's saying to him, but you know, with a lot of these guys that come through, there's a lot of pressure on them to win because they're seen as kind of the next big thing to come through. So there's that mental pressure that gets put on them without even kind of thinking about it as well. And then I think that can affect performances sometimes as well. If you look at Ben Whittaker recently.
Yeah. But I don't. At the same time, though, man, I called it. I told everyone that I'm not. The bet I placed in that fight is it goes past 6 rounds. But I knew that like, yeah, Ben Whittaker's got all these skills, but he was never tested. Not once in any of his fights was he ever tested, man. And I knew the guy that he was fighting because the way that he performed against Lyndon Arthur.
Yeah.
And I think he's before he went to prison, I think he was a 2-time British title challenger as well. So I knew he was a solid fighter. But V Young's doing good, man. V Young's doing good. First round. Obviously, look. Gwyn's just chasing them down. Yeah. And V Young's not letting Gwyn plant his feet.
Yeah, he's being quite composed. He's not rushing in. And I think obviously you can either go one or two ways. As you say, rushing, and it can backfire on you massively, as we've seen before. But do you know what? It's good experience here from the young fighter, to be fair, to show this and not rush in to try and get the knockout straight away. So, when you look for it too much, it's when you start making mistakes.
I don't know. Do you watch MMA?
Yeah, I watched a bit of MMA, yeah.
Did you watch the PFL card yesterday?
No, I didn't watch it yesterday.
So Impa Kazani was going to be, you know how PFL works, right? How they do their seasons.
PFL, yeah.
He's going to be the champion 2 times in a row. He wasn't 2023 champion. He's gone for 2024 in the final. And everyone knows that this guy's got power, right? He's a very good boxer. You know how MMA, you got the boxing style MMA fighter, then you got the Muay Thai style, then you got the wrestler style, right? Impa Kazani was a good boxer type style. And he was just looking for the knockout instantly. Within the first 2 minutes, he got countered because he was looking for the knockout and he got knocked out and lost. And he could have easily won that fight, but he was looking for the knockout so much. That's what happens, man, when you do that.
Facts.
Perfect example of knocking people out, yeah, but just boxing so well and then creating a knockout is Terence Crawford. He never looks for the knockout, but he just creates it. He just, constantly.
Yeah. Do you know what? Terence Crawford is like, I was watching something the other day and they were talking about just even when he fought Madrimov, yeah. For me, the shots, like the traps that he was setting in that fight is what won him the fight for me. It's like stuff that goes really unnoticed, but if you notice it, you can understand why. If you look at it from the point of view of like Madrimov is a very good boxer, by the way, and Terence Crawford, and you look at it from that point of view, there's people that are saying that Madrimov should have won. But when you actually watch the fight back 2 or 3 times and you see what Terence Crawford was doing, it makes sense to why he won. And like you said, he's never really looking for, even against Errol Spence, it was a traps he was setting up against Errol Spence being a very good fighter as well.
Yeah, man, 100%. Like Terence Crawford is, he's probably my favorite fighter after Mayweather. He's probably my favorite fighter to watch.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, but do you think a prime Terence beats a prime Mayweather?
No.
Yeah, I had this. I thought the same thing. I think it'd be close though, but I think Mayweather would win still.
Yeah. It would look like the Madrimov. It would look like the Madrimov Crawford fight.
Yeah,
that's what it would look like that, man. Yeah, Mayweather's faster, slightly faster, especially when you talk about punches from a still position, just straight right, straight. Look at the Pacquiao fight. Look at man, how old was he? 39, 40? No, he's 40. Pacquiao's 38. He was 40. Look how fast Mayweather's straight right hand was.
It's madness when people
say how fast the straight right hand was at 40, bro. Come on, man.
It's madness how people say that Mayweather picked and choose when he fought Pacquiao, but he's older than Pacquiao. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it makes it so funny. It's so funny. And
he literally, as he got older, adjusted because he had a problem with his hand, didn't he? Later on in his career.
Mm-hmm.
So he adjusted as he got older. His style, you saw it from when he was young, knocking everyone out, to when he got older.
By the way, Gwynn's missing most of his shots. His game plan, he's getting to the inside, but Vu Young's actually, he just threw an uppercut on the inside, which landed. So I think he's learned from his last fight where he was kind of getting beaten on the inside. But look, he stayed on the inside. He learned from his last fight for sure. And Gwynn's just missing most of his shots. I could see a KO in an 8th or 9th round if it continues going like this.
Do you know what's mad? Earlier on, Callum Smith was like low down on the card. I thought he was going to be higher up. He was one of the first fights of the night.
He won by knockout, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I saw a little clip on Instagram, but I didn't. What was it? Was it like a gimme fight that he had?
Comeback like I don't know. I wouldn't say the guy posed any threat at any point.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, you could call it that. To be honest with you, it's one of them things, isn't it? Like then he's calling up Benavidez.
I mean, but the thing you have to think about it. Though. Obviously, maybe it's not good idea to call up Benavidez after getting a win over an opponent of that level. But where else does he go? He's fought Canelo.
Yeah, he's already there, isn't it?
Yeah, he fought Beterbiev. He can't. Make one tune-up fight is fine, cool. That he just had a tune-up fight tonight. Where else does he go? He can only fight top level or retire. So, yeah, I can understand it, and obviously paydays as well. So he got a good payday from Canelo. I don't know about the Beterbiev payday, but I'm presuming it wasn't bad. Presuming it wasn't bad.
That fight was in Canada, wasn't it?
Yeah, and all of Beterbiev's fights in Canada are pay-per-view. I don't know if you know that, but all his fights in Canada are pay-per-view.
It's top rank.
No. So top rank in the USA, it's on top rank, but in Canada, it's not. Like there's pay-per-view. I don't know what the station is, but it's pay-per-view in Canada.
Well, they got their own pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Speaking of top rank, yeah, they've had some shockers recently with their cards, man.
What do you mean? What fighters losing?
Just like this. They do this weird thing, like the Friday night fights or the Thursday night fights. It's just such a weird time to have a boxing match or a card on a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
But they get people showing up for it, which is mad. Because I think in this country, if you've done a Thursday night boxing fight, you find it hard to sell during the middle of the week. Because you look at like the British audience, I'd say 70% of them are like working class, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So like getting them to come midweek in the evening, it's always been on a Saturday night or a Sunday. Very rarely on a Sunday though.
For sure. I mean, Matchroom, they've done a lot of Sunday cards when there's a bank holiday on the Monday. I've noticed that. Matchroom have done that.
Yeah. It's the only time they capitalise on it. I think Boxer done it before as well at the O2.
But I don't know. Maybe it's a London thing because I've been to a few cards in Wales, right? Because I don't know, do you know Kieran Geffen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm close friends with him. So he did a few shows himself in Wales, and both of the 2 shows I went to. And shout out to him because he's the one who got me my first gigs, right? I interviewed him, and he was like, "Yo, I hate people interviewing me, they're rubbish, but you are really good. I got shows in Wales, just come and turn up." And then from me going to those shows, I was able to get other shows as well. So shout out to Kieran Given because he gave me my first break in this like boxing thing.
Yeah.
But both of his shows were on Thursday, and it was packed out, bruv. Maybe it's because he's like where he's from. He's probably the most famous sports person where he's from, so maybe that's why it was packed out. But on Thursday, both of them I went to packed out, bruv. So I don't know.
That's interesting because they had in Wales the first Welsh women's title fight not long ago as well.
Was it lightweight? I don't know if it was was it lower down? Lightweight.
I think it. Can't remember what weight it was, but I know it was like the first Welsh women's title, which is big when you think about it because obviously from there you then open a pool of like female Welsh fighters coming through to fight for that. So when you create opportunities like that, it's massive. It's mad that they didn't do it before though. They had to get it sanctioned by the British Board of Boxing Control.
Yeah, for sure. And in the last 2 years, Welsh boxing has been flying these last 2 years. I don't know if you noticed. Welsh boxing has been flying, man. A lot of titles are going around now, and then a lot of these Welsh fighters are getting their area titles, and then fighting like people from Manchester, from London, and blah blah blah, getting British title shots as well. Like Welsh boxing is these last 2 years have been flying, man. Flying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there needs to be more of that though. To be fair, because I think a lot of the focus gets put on England in terms of the boxing here and Ireland as well now. But obviously, like you say, Scotland, Wales need to see more shows up there. Obviously, Josh Taylor fought up there not long ago. But outside of Josh Taylor up there, it's like cars that do the numbers there. That was a top rank. It was a top rank. It was on Sky Sports. Obviously, Josh Taylor's top rank, isn't he, or was?
I don't know if he's still. Yeah, I think it was top rank. I might be wrong though.
But it was broadcasted on Sky Sports. And then obviously Boxer won the broadcast, or Boxer and Sky Sports, something along the line, won the broadcasting rights for that fight, which is why Boxer were there.
And talking of rights now as well, like a year ago, the only British promoters that were on the zone were Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, right? But a lot of Levi Giles is fighting next weekend, right? And the main event is Danny Quartermain versus someone else. That's on the zone, bro. And I can't remember what the promotional company is for that. But there's another card in, I think, in Newcastle or something, and that's going to be on the zone as well. So a lot of these smaller promotional companies are getting the zone deals now. So they're on the zone. So that's good for British boxing. It's good for any. Even in America, have you heard of Overtime Boxing?
Overtime's mad.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Yeah, it's mad, bro. They got their own titles as well. 2 years ago, they went on the zone, bro. So all of these smaller promotions are getting the zone deals.
Do you know what? The zone is signing deals with a lot of black. So like white collar boxing is becoming a thing where the gap's not massive between professional and white collar.
Yeah.
The white collar are even getting pay-per-view TV deals for their own little things. There's like the biggest one that I've been to. They do Muay Thai and boxing, but at the moment the boxing isn't on TV because it's not sanctioned as professional, and I think the zone only broadcasts pro fights. So they do Muay Thai, which is professional, and that's on the zone. They got the broadcast deal for that, which means the platform gets money, and if they're all under one banner, eventually the boxing will follow. Do you know what I mean?
For sure. By the way, it looks like Gwyn, I don't know if his eye is swelled or it's cut, but on his left side of his eye, it looks like it's either swelled up or cut. I can't tell yet.
He's slowing down as well.
He's slowing. Yeah, Gu Young's doing a lot. I knew he would. I had him winning, but like I said, it could be a potential banana skin. But he's like, his last fight was what, 4 months ago, maybe 5, and the mistakes he made in that last fight, they're gone, bro. They're literally gone. So obviously, shout out to him and his team, because he made a lot of mistakes in his last fight, man.
Yeah, the eye's gone. The eye's gone.
Yeah.
They're either. Do you know what? If that gets worse, I could even see them stopping it. To be fair,
Oh,
because he's gushing with blood at the moment on one side. How much he can see, I don't know.
he landed some good shots there. I don't know where you're at. I'm at 45 seconds.
Yeah. So
And what did I say earlier? I think in the second round I said this
it's good inside work here by Gwyn though.
Yeah. You see, he tried to pull down his glove. I love that, bro. I don't know what you call it. I call it glove manipulation, right? Usyk did it to Fury when he knocked him into the ropes. He pulled down his glove with his glove and then created the opening and then threw the hook. I love when fighters do that, man. What's his name? Lomachenko does that so well. Pulls down your glove.
Lomachenko's got a mad style, man. Even like his movement comes a lot from because I think Usyk said the same thing where they they practice like dancing.
Ballet, ref. They did ballet when they was younger. Like Lomachenko's dad has been training Usyk since Usyk was like a young boy, like 10, and it's obviously been training Lomachenko since birth. So like they're literally like family, and they did the same things and stuff like that. I think Usyk's training team might have changed slightly now. I don't know if he still works that much with Loma's dad, but yeah, Loma's dad's worked with Usyk for years.
We're end of the round, but as I said, I think as the longer it goes on, the less I think it's always good. I think it's working in Wong's favour anyway. He's winning the fight, but he is getting some pressure put on him by Gwyn, even at times where I thought he looked a bit tired, to be fair. But I think we are going to see. What did you say? 6th round knockout?
I said 8th or 9th if it keeps going the way it's going, and I said that in the second round. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's landed some good shots, some okay shots, Gwyn. But the thing with Gwyn, yeah, he's got terrible head movement, man. Look at his head. He doesn't move his head at all, man. The thing about Gwyn, yeah, like I said, former British champion. I think he might have defended it twice. I know at least once, right? And he's Commonwealth champion as well. The thing with Gwyn is that the reason why he's had those wins and he's looked good at British level is because he has good high volume. And so many fighters get overwhelmed by high volume. If you throw like 20 to 40 punches around, these fighters just get overwhelmed. And then he breaks them down. But they're really good fighters, like Chamberlain and obviously View, you know, they know how to not allow you to set your feet, right? Circle out, you know, stuff like this. He'll circle in a second. I give it 5 seconds. Like he already circled, right? Now he's pushing him back to the ropes. But most fighters, when he throws so much volume, they get overwhelmed. But Gwyn is one of my favorite fighters to watch just because he doesn't stop. Look at the uppercut, bro. Look at the uppercut. Like he lacks some skill, but he's really good. Like in terms of like his pressure and volume.
See, he's constantly walking forward, and he is getting shots off. But I do think now Wong's got to do a bit more as well, because if he doesn't, then this is the rounds where Gwyn closes the gap.
For sure. But I don't know. He looked tired in round 4, but now he doesn't look tired. Look, you realize that Gwyn's pushing forward more now than he was in round 4. So you could be right. You might be right, bro, because he is pushing forward more now than he was in round 4. But he's missing a lot of shots. That's the thing.
Yeah, it looks better. It can look better than it is. He's throwing a lot, but how many he's actually landing? Because Wong, they just pulled up the thing, and Wong's thrown more than him. Not massively amount, but more punches landed. But the way that judging goes nowadays, you don't even want to leave it to judges anymore, you know.
You don't, man.
Some of the scorecards have been mental the last couple of fights.
Yep, absolutely crazy. I tell you one thing though, and people will say this. Maybe I'll ask you the question now. Actually, when what's his name? How can I forget his name? Devin Haney fought Lomachenko, right? I never watched the fight. And everyone was screaming robbery, and I finally got around to watching the fight like 4 months ago, and I watched that fight. Devin Haney won it, bro. Devin Haney won that fight. I watched it, yeah. Like he won it, man. Lomachenko landed maybe the more hurtful shots, and especially towards the later rounds. But I think I gave Loma like 4 rounds, man. Devin Haney won that fight, man. I watched it clear cuts, and when I score fights, I watch them with the sound off. I watched them with the sound off, and I just watch.
Because I was saying this the other day, yeah, when people watch fights, they're like, your opinion can be swayed listening to the commentary. It sounds really mad, but Sonny Edwards walking in.
This is gonna be a good fight, though. It's gonna be a good fight.
Where's Sonny Edwards from? Because his accent baffles me, you know.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. He's from Croydon, right? Grew up in Sutton, or it might be in reverse. I can't remember, but he either was born in Croydon, grew up in Sutton, or born in Sutton, grew up in Croydon. Then he moved to Sheffield, right? And now I don't know where he lives. Like, he doesn't live in Sheffield no more. But I know that him and his brother used to play football in Croydon on the weekends. Like he's from South, and then I'm pretty sure he from Croydon to Sutton, and then from there he moved to Sheffield. But he doesn't like. I don't know why he doesn't like to rep it. But he's from South London, bro. But he doesn't say it. He doesn't say it, bro. And Croydon is a shithole as well. So
Croydon's big, man.
Well, yeah. If you think about the whole of Croydon, West Croydon, South Croydon, right? Yeah. Whole of Croydon, and then the Croydon that's towards Purley, it's big. But when you say Croydon, most people just think of West Croydon, like the center of West Croydon.
Them areas are alien to me, boy. I'm from West London, so
yeah. What part?
Northwest. So like I'd say Harrow, Wembley. That side.
Okay, yeah. I know it well. I went to university in Wembley Park. Oh, what's that university? I can't remember what it's called. I lived in Harrow for 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you know where the big Sainsbury's is?
Mm.
Yeah, I lived like literally 2 minutes away from there.
Okay.
No. I lived in Northwick Park.
Okay, yeah.
Northwick Park.
Yeah, it's mad because even when I'm coming to South to do these shows and that, just everywhere, the traffic, everything, just extra. Takes longer to get everywhere.
But when I lived there, it was quiet, man. I loved it because it was so quiet, man.
Yeah.
If you get like, if you go to the Harrow town centre where the shops are and stuff, right? You know, there's a little bit of noise there, but it's not compared to anywhere in South. You go to where there's like a town centre in South, like it was quiet. That's one of the best things I liked about it. I could just get on with my work, no distractions.
Mm.
And then Wembley, you know, down the way, so I could jump on the tube, go to Wembley. It's a nice situated area, man.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Gwyn's still coming forward, man. Despite and he's having success as well.
I'd say,
and Vong's head movement's getting even worse as the rounds go on. He's getting tagged. He's getting hit with a lot, and he's not moving his head.
Yeah, I mean, right now, see, look, now he's able to pull down his gloves a lot more than he was earlier on in the fight. But one thing I'll say is Young keeps landing the uppercut, because Green he's not really, he's following him more than cutting off the ring, right? If you cut off the ring, you make it harder for your opponent, right? When you follow them, you make it easier for them. So he's just following him. He's not really cutting off the ring that well. So now Young's trying to pull down his gloves. I mean, you can maybe give that round to Gwyn because of the sheer work rate. But I'd say 5-1, bro. Was that the 6th round? Yeah, I'd say 5-1, man. 4-2 if I'm being nice, but I'd say 5-1. But I'm not scoring it properly though. Like, I'm looking at it, but I'm talking to you in it. So,
do you what are your thoughts on Usyk and Fury too?
I thought
Fury any different.
I thought Fury won the first fight. I scored it to Fury, man. Fury won the first 6 rounds. Actually, I lie. I gave Usyk round 1, and I gave Fury rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe 7. I can't remember it. I can't remember if I gave him 7 or not. But I gave him 2 to 6 with ease, I think I might have gave Fury round 7. I can't remember, but I know that I gave Usyk round 1, and I think I gave Usyk maybe the rest, maybe 8, 9, 10. Maybe one of those rounds there I might have given to Fury. I can't remember. But yeah, I scored it to Fury, man. I mean, but the rounds that I did score, it was close. Like it could have went either way. I scored it to Fury, but giving it to Usyk wasn't no robbery. It wasn't no robbery. So it was really close. I think Fury's gonna win. Well, I see, because I think go on.
I'm torn between the two because I think that I'm like, can Usyk do anything else differently? Probably not. So this is what kind of making me think different. Gwyn again. Every time I turn my head, Gwyn is pressing Wong differently. It's at the moment he's not. I thought he would have slowed down, but
yeah,
he's still not moving his head as well.
Yeah, he's not. He never does though. He's always had poor head movement. He's always had poor head movement. Like I say, man, it's the volume, and in this fight he's not cutting off the ring like he normally does. He's following more. But the volume and the pressure is always been Gwyn's style. And every now and then he'll throw a jab in there to mix it up. But he's not really a good jabber. But you were saying about Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
That was Usyk's best performance. Like best, and especially with the certain things that the way that Fury was setting traps for rounds 2 to 6 and landing that uppercut constantly, right? Fury, I don't see Usyk doing better than that. Fury can do better than what he done. He can do better. He needs to concentrate and stop playing games and being silly, right? You know, I think he kind of took it. He was obviously trying to win, but he was a bit cocky. If he just not cocky and concentrates, I got Fury winning. Fury win.
Yeah. 100%.
But the thing is, if Fury wins, then it's gonna hold with the division because then they're gonna have to third fight. So but
this isn't an undisputed title match though as well, and I think
that's true.
If they fight again, and I think they'll get stripped of more belts.
No, they won't. Because the reason why I don't think this is because obviously unification is trump mandatories, right? Unless it's the IBF. IBF, sometimes they're allowed, but IBF are strict, right? And they can always give step aside money as well. And basically Top Rank and Matchroom basically run boxing, basically.
Yeah.
So they won't get WBC won't strip them. Look how much money Tyson Fury brings them money. You have to remember sanctioning fees as well, right? So the more money they make, the more money the governing bodies gets, right? Mm-hmm. So what was I saying? Yeah, man, the third one will happen easily, man. And obviously you got the Saudis are in the game now, so yeah, man. It's just that it would have been nice. I really wanted to see Fury be undisputed. Obviously, Usyk was. No, he's not no more because he dropped the IBF. But yeah, Fury wins the second for me. Then they're gonna have the third fight. Let's see what Joshua does. Joshua, obviously, you got Joseph Parker versus Dubois, basically almost finalized for February. I think it's February. So we see what happens, man. Like, and I wasn't not surprised. I even bet on Dubois to beat Joshua. I've been saying for the past 8 years that Joshua is one of the most overrated boxers. One of the most overrated boxers. He's good, but he's not as good as everyone makes him out to be. If he had fought Deontay Wilder in his prime, he would have got knocked out in 5 rounds.
I think Deontay Wilder's terrible, though.
Do you know what? Yeah, the thing with Wilder is this, yeah. Fundamentally, he's terrible. But the thing with Wilder is that in combination, he didn't have fast hands, but his 1-2 was the fastest 1-2 you would ever see. I swear. His 1-2 was so fast. Jab, right hand. So fast. I
agree, but I think it's good. It's easy to look good against terrible opponents.
Yes. His best opponent was obviously Luis Ortiz. Best opponent, I'd say that
he's like 50 years old.
Yeah. But he fought a prime. Obviously, he's older. But his first fight was a prime Luis Ortiz. Second fight, maybe not so much. But first fight was a prime Luis Ortiz. He looked decent against Fury, but obviously Fury was 60%, if that, and he still basically outboxed him in the first fight. But I just yeah. And you have to remember at that time, back in when was the first Fury and Wilder fight?
Yeah, them fights went on for 2.5 years, bro.
I think it was 2018, possibly. At that time, yeah. Joshua improved something, but at that time, Joshua was flat-footed as hell, and his head movement was terrible. Like compared to now, even it's not that much better, right? And he could not fight any inside. Even now, he still can't fight any inside. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if Wilder, because what happened is Wilder fought Fury in the October of that year. Maybe it was November or October. And that year, it was supposed to be Joshua versus Wilder, I think, in May. Sometime in May. But obviously, it fell through. If they had fought in May, I'm telling you, bro. At that period of time, at the level they both were, Wilder would have knocked him out in 5 rounds. I have no doubt. No doubt, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Gwyn's still coming forward.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Yeah, it's mad. Nothing's changed. It's just Wong's head's getting like just more of a target as the rounds go on. He's getting jab.
He's landing good shots. Like I told you, bro. Like I told you, this is a banana skin. Like Gwyn he's no slouch. He's got some flaws in his game, yes, but he's a seasoned, good fighter, man. I was talking to, I forget his name, right? A Welsh fighter, and he says the hardest sparring that he has every single time is always Gavin Gwyn. Or every time is always Gavin Gwyn. And he's got skills like similar to Fu Young. Like he moves his head, he can fight in different looks. And he says just the pressure and the volume that Gwyn does in sparring is just it makes me a better fighter. He was his exact words.
Wong needs to. He's throwing small shots, hitting Gwyn on the body. I mean, these shots could add up as it goes on. But
the uppercut again, though, that's his lifesaver. The uppercut, and it's funny to me that Gwyn hasn't caught up to it. Like every time Gwyn comes in a straight line and ducks his head down, every time, and it lands. So obviously, sometimes it lands partially, but it lands every time. And Gwyn is just like, yeah, I don't care. So it missed that time. And look at his eyes. So I mean, maybe I give Gwyn 3 rounds. I'm not scoring it properly. Because I got a free screen setup in it. So I've got the StreamYard here, the fight here, and then I've got the actual YouTube stream on that screen. So I'm looking like this, but I bet you've got your fight on the same screen. You got your StreamYard, so you can't even see your StreamYard. You just know it's running. Yeah. So if I've
got it cut into 2, so I can.
Oh, you got it cut into 2. I see. But if I move this over here, then I would pay more attention to the fight. But I'm like, whatever.
So what have you been up? Well, your podcast and that's doing well now.
I mean, it's doing okay. I mean, because I'm on Rumble, right? I'm not on YouTube. I told you before, I got kicked off YouTube 3 times, so I'm just like, F YouTube, right? In terms of people knowing who I am, it's doing well. Like I can go to shows, and if I mention myself, they cool. So that's good, right? And I get some fighters hitting me up on Instagram like, oh, let's do an interview. So I don't always even have to hit up fighters now. Normally it was always me hitting up fighters, but sometimes I'll get a random message from a fighter. Oh, let's do an interview. So that's good. I do less work in terms of contacting the fighters. And people kind of know me. So yeah, I mean, I can't complain.
When you go and do the shows, though, you show your face, innit?
Yeah. So I mentioned who I mentioned before the bell, or the guy in the mask. Oh, you're that guy. But obviously, the fighters that I interview online, when they come into the stream, I'm not wearing a mask. They watch me put on the mask, so they all know what I look like. So when they see me in real life, it's like, oh, what's up, man?
Yeah.
But I just been focusing. I've been focusing on. I do my Sunday show every Sunday. So tomorrow I'm talking about 22 fights tomorrow, bro. Like I've never done that. Normally it's about 10 to 14 fights every week I talk about, but I'm talking about 22 fights tomorrow. Like there's so many fights next week. So many. And then I think I interviewed Denzel Bentley about 2 weeks ago regarding the Brad Pools fight. And then I interviewed an American fighter about a week or 2 weeks before that. But at one point I was doing 3 interviews every week. Yeah. I'm not doing that no more. I will do that. It's just that I'm not getting as much replies back. And I've interviewed all the people that I can interview easily. I've interviewed some of them 3 times. And all the fighters that I want to interview now, they're just basically higher level. So the high level fighters, they don't even see it. It doesn't even say seen. They just don't see it, bro.
Gwyn's pressing him again though. So he hurt Wong. Struck around. Gwyn, I think, won the round 8 as well.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so.
They said that in terms of the punch count, Gwyn landed 21, Wong landed 14. Obviously, Wong threw a higher percentage of punches, I think, where he threw about 46.
And Wong's, look at that. 3-punch combination landed. And Wong's visibly more tired now as well. Like you could, there's a case to say it's been 2 halves. You can say that Wong won the first 5, and Gwyn's arguably won these 6 to 9, arguably.
Yeah.
I think I said 5-1. So when it was in round 6, I gave Gwyn for round 6 in the first 5 to Wong, but it's a matchroom card though, isn't it? The matchroom are very biased to their prospects, extremely biased to their prospects.
Yeah, massively.
So we have to see.
See, the bias is a joke. Obviously, who was I talking to about this before? A Combat Kings podcast. They was talking about Ellis Oro when he fought Chev Clark, and obviously Chev Clark won, but the commentary was all about Chev Clark, just in general. And I think that's what you're saying. Like when I'm watching fights like you, I put it on mute, so that if I want to watch it to actually judge who's won the fight or have my opinion of who's won it, I'm not swayed by what somebody says. But even in this fight, it's like Ron could lose this,
Yeah, he can lose.
And they're going off saying at the end of the round saying about how much of a big prospect he is. I get it, but like let's talk about how well Gwyn's been doing with the eye that he's got. Do you see what I'm saying?
But I will say this, right? He's started to land volume, but apart from that time, I think it was it round 8 or round 9 that Gwyn hurt him a little bit. Like Wong's been landed the more eye-catching punches, especially in the first 5 rounds. All right, I'm gonna shut up and actually score this round properly now.
Yes. Great shots in there by Gwyn.
Okay, Gwyn won the first minute, right? So let's see what happens in the second minute. And it was a clear first minute for Gwyn as well. Do you see the left hook from V Young? Gwyn's still winning, but that was a beautiful left hook from V Young.
Young's had success with those with uppercuts. His shots have looked, like you said, better, but I think Gwyn's thrown a lot more in bunches and landed.
Gwyn's winning this. He's won the second minute as well. So V Young has to have a big last minute to win this round. He's had 2 eye-catching shots in the second minute, but other than that, yeah, Gwyn's winning this round. And it's weird, yeah. Gwyn, his head movement has got better as the fight has gone on.
Yeah,
it's weird. I think it's because V Young's slowing down. So obviously, where he's slowing down and the punches are slower, Gwyn can kind of use his head movement better. Anyone that scores this round for V Young doesn't know shit about boxing, bro. Anyone that says V Young won the 10th round don't know shit. That's a good left hook again,
I think V Young might have lost the fight,
Yeah. I can't give first 5 rounds, you can't give Gwyn any one of those rounds. So that's why it's going to be close because.
Or a draw.
The thing is, what's going to happen is, I do think the first 5 rounds were clearly over Young, right? I do, right? And I wasn't really paying attention. 6th round, he definitely won. Gwyn definitely won the 6th round and the 10th round, right? Yeah. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna be like, oh, but the 7th, 8th, and 9th might have been close, and because he's on the matchroom side. But yeah, it could easily be a draw. It could be 5 rounds apiece. But I think those first 5 rounds were so convincing from Too Young. That's the thing, though. How convincing were the second half for Gwyn?
Yeah, I think it's one thing you can't question is Gwyn's heart to press forward, especially troubling times, especially in this fight, because he had a few moments where he looked like it could have gone left for him. One second. Hang on.
Have you lived in Harrow all your life?
Yeah, man. I'm here. I've been here all my life, and yeah, bro, just growing up around here, and then moved. I lived out in the country for a bit, moved back, and I couldn't do it. That was different. That's different to here. So quiet. He's just about quiet. That's like past 8 o'clock. You ain't even hearing a call.
Yeah, I know what you mean, right? I know what you mean. Because when I was going to Wales, right, for those Kieran Gavin shows, I would get there on a Monday, and then I would just stay. I would stay. I think the second time when I stayed until Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. But then the first time when I left after the fight, Thursday evening, I just came back. But it's in a place called Abergavenny, bro. That is the countryside, bro. I was like, everyone knows everyone. It's such a small little town, bro. Everyone's so crazy friendly. It's so different to London, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to plenty of places, but obviously, Manchester's a smaller city, but it's still kind of hustle and bustle like London, right? Birmingham as well, smaller, but it's hustle and bustle if you're in the town centre. Let's hear what the judges say. Going for Cameron. Yeah. Yeah, and I thought so. I mean, it was close. It could have been easy 95-95, but it's just that he won the first 5 rounds so convincingly, man. You see, when you watch a fight, yeah, you don't even have to score it because it's just obvious who, it's. So once that happened, it was an uphill battle. What do you think of Carroll?
He's due a world title shot. I don't think it makes sense to take the Haney fight yet. I think he should take the Haney fight when he's got a world title.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about them? I think it's Arnold Barboza Jr. and Carroll final eliminator for WBA. So we'll see if that happens. Did you watch? Did I ain't watched it. Did Regis Prograis perform well against Carroll? Was it not a good fight?
He first couple of rounds he was pressing Carroll proper, as we know with Regis Prograis what he could do, and then obviously there was a controversial knockdown. I would say it was more Carroll slipped, and then from that point, I think his coach has said to him like, "You're losing the fight." And then from round 6, I would say, so it was when he started pushing on 5, 6. And then just obviously the end of it, he was just dropping Regis Prograis like nothing. It was like it almost changed. Regis Prograis looked good early on, then Catterall kind of just got into it and come back. But I think that was off the back of his coaches telling him he was losing the fight.
Okay.
It was an interesting fight. Regis Prograis is good, but he's going into bare knuckle boxing now, isn't he?
Bro, his style is so suited for that.
Yeah.
His style is so suited for that. And I'm telling you, if he goes into that, bro, he's going to win the title and he's going to have like 10 title defenses. That no one's going to beat Regis Prograis and bare knuckle. No one. No, his style is so, bro. I'll watch every Regis Prograis fight, bro. I'm telling you, if he goes into BKFC, right, and he wins the championship and he defends it, he could become the face of BKFC if he defends it like 10 times, which he could easily, foreseeably, he could easily do that. No one's in that's got can't even touch a candle to Regis Prograis' skill set. No way. Unless he gets old and he gets lazy and doesn't train properly.
It's mad what Sonny Edwards says, isn't it, about how he blazes and that before sparring and fights and.
Yeah, man. See, and does that not sound like a normal guy from South London, bro? Right? he lost to dismiss that he's from South London.
And it's like I like how honest he was when he said it though, because you know he's not trying to be anyone but himself. Sonny Edwards is like just himself.
Yeah, he is,
mad
man.
What they've done with the weigh-ins though.
I didn't watch. What did you do? I didn't see the weigh-in.
So the weigh-in was scheduled for 1 o'clock. So obviously all the fighters are pretty much starving themselves to weigh in. Then on the morning of the weigh-in, they got told that the weigh-ins got moved to 7 o'clock because Chisora and Wilding were doing a press conference.
Shit, man. Imagine that.
So the fighters are pretty much starving themselves the whole day to make weight. And like Sonny Edwards was saying, he's like a late person, so it don't really bother him. But he goes, obviously, all the other fighters hadn't arrived yet. He was the only one there. Obviously, these lot are probably at this point crawling in 7 o'clock, not eating, nothing like that. It's mad before a fight, the day before a fight.
Yeah, man. Well, it tells you what the priority is. It shows you the priority, isn't it? Shows you the priority. Well, they couldn't have done the Walling to sure any thing another
day. That's what I'm saying. They're fighting in February, and they chose to do it on the day, the weigh-in of YAFAI and Edwards.
Yeah, man. So there's clearly it shows their priority, man. They don't care about this card that much. If they did, they wouldn't do that.
When they done the face-off, that was like, you could tell at that point it was they just wanted to get off.
For sure.
Weigh-ins are so hard, man. Like people realize as well. Like even, do you remember watching Josh Taylor and Catterall 1?
Yeah.
You remember the weigh-in?
Did you see how in that weigh-in? Yeah. Did you see how freaking what's the word? How drawn out Josh Taylor looked? Yeah. He looked like a zombie, bro. Zombie.
He looked. Wow. Honestly, I was like, that's not good. That can't be good for you before the fight. Yeah, look, that's drained.
And look how bad did bro. The two worst decisions I've ever seen. Actually, two worst decisions I've ever seen. Right, the worst one I've ever seen is Pernell Whitaker versus Julio Cesar Chavez. How on earth they scored that fight a draw? I do. What were they doing, bro? The second worst decision I've ever seen is Catterall versus Josh Taylor. But if you've not seen Pernell Whitaker first, if you think Jack Catterall, maybe you think that fight was a correct fight, right? But if you think Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor was a bad decision, go watch Julio Cesar Chavez versus Pernell Whitaker. Absolute mockery, bro.
There's a lot of money involved in it, though, isn't it? And it does make you question sometimes how easily judges can be swayed of a bit of cash in their pocket. It's mad, but it happens.
Yeah, 100%, man. And you know, Usyk's funny, man. Usyk makes me laugh, bro. My man dressed up as a hitman with the hitman music, with the briefcase.
Did he shave his head for that?
Yeah, he shaved his head.
That is mad.
But maybe he's taking a leaf out of Tyson's book. Remember Tyson dressed up as Batman for Klitschko, and he had someone else dressed up as the Joker, and they actually fought. And when they fought, Klitschko's belts fell, and you could see Klitschko was visibly pissed off. So people always say that Fury's wild, like Fury's like been wild since he came back after came back to fight Wilder. Like he's always like making loads of noise and doing this stuff. People think Fury's wild, But people don't realize when Fury had hair, he was even wilder. When Fury had hair, he was even. But people don't remember his early fights. When he had hair, he was even wilder. Do you remember when he had the beef with David Price? That shit was funny, bro.
Styles make fights, so you know what it is. I think if Fury would have fought David Haye, that would have been a fight I'd love to see.
No, David Price at the time.
No, I'm saying. Do you know he never fought David Haye?
Yeah, that would have been. Oh, yeah, they had the fight. David Haye had the shoulder injury, so he pulled out. That would have been a great fight at that time. Fury probably would have won as well, actually. Considering the way that he dispatched of Klitschko, right? People didn't know how good. None of us knew how good he was. So I think at that time with Haye and Haye being smaller and Haye being he would have showed that level against Haye, but he never got the chance to. Oh, what fight is this? Is he fighting Ritson, or is this a fight before the Ritson fight?
No, before Ritson. Kieran Conway.
Yeah. This goes the distance. And Lewis Ritson's getting knocked out, 100%. Put your house on it, man. What was it? Conor Walker he's fighting, right?
Lewis Ritson, yeah, Conor Walker.
Lewis Ritson, his last fight he got knocked out and he retired from boxing, right? The only reason he's coming back, and he was adamant, I'm done. The only reason he's coming for this fight is he's there for a paycheck, man. I bet you did he look out of shape at the weigh-in? Ritson.
He looked all right.
Yeah. And not only that, Lewis Ritson's got no head movement and is very flat-footed. So yeah, he gets knocked out by between rounds. I say round 7 to 9, Lewis Ritson gets knocked out. And people are underestimating how good what's Kieran Conway's opponent we just saw walk out?
Kieran Conway's fighting Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly's good. People are underestimating how good he is. So for me, I can't pick a winner here. I just know no one's getting knocked out. It's going the distance. And Kieran Conway has some good wins in his career.
Yeah, the cards moved along, I think, quicker than people thought because there's been a few early knockouts.
It's not even 9 p.m. yet, right?
Yeah, no, we've got this, and then we've got Conor Walker, Ritson.
Yeah, Ritson, yeah.
That's true. Not sure if
But yeah, the British 160-pound division is stacked, bro. It's stacked.
Troy Jones as well.
Say that again.
Troy Jones is fighting.
Well, on this card, or
yeah.
I don't even know who Troy Jones is. Let me Google it real quick.
Oh no, hang on. He won. Troy Jones has already won.
I don't even know who he is. Maybe if I see his face. No, I've never heard of him, man.
He fought Michael Stevenson. It was for the English lightweight title. No, sorry, not English lightweight title. English
light heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he defended it. He won it against Liam Williams. Well, let's see. I'll probably message him on Instagram if he wants to do an interview. Let's see. Troy. I wonder if he's verified. And what I like Instagram now, so what Instagram did, you know how if you post something, yeah, you have to have like a certain amount of followers to add someone as a what's the word you're looking for here? I'll just call it a partner, and it would turn up on their Instagram as well. But now they took that away. You don't have to have a certain amount of followers. Now you can just do it. So I love doing that because when a lot of fighters don't accept because they kind of know. If I appear on my page, I'm giving this person clout, so they kind of don't do it, right? But when they do it, I like it because I just get bad people coming to my page and following me. So. All right, yeah, okay, yeah, I know him. He looks different on his BoxRec page, but yeah, I've seen that a ginger hair before still. Yeah, I'll message him at some point. Who you got winning this fight? Can you hear me?
Do you know what? I think it's going to go to points.
Yeah, man, 100%.
But I don't have a winner, if I'm being honest with you. I wouldn't even lie to you. In terms of, obviously there's going to be a winner, but I'm just not sure. I just feel like this is a fight that is going to go the distance. So
I'm actually going to score this properly, bro. I've got my pen out and everything.
Go on then. Conway looking like the much bigger fighter here, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a huge difference, bro. Kelly looking like a 154 fighter, and Conway's looking like a 168 fighter. Possibly 175. They look about 2 weight divisions apart.
Men's winning it. That's mind games, that is. Yes, to say I'm the smaller guy, but I'm going to lift you.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see Conway versus Linus Udofia?
No, I didn't see that one.
It's good fight, man.
Who have you got winning this?
What, right now?
No, who have you got winning the fight?
Oh. No, I think it goes distance. But right now, like, Kieran Conway.
You know what, though? Conway looks like he packs a heavier punch, man.
Yeah.
But Kelly looks a lot quicker. And obviously, this is the first round, so I need to watch a couple more rounds to kind of make a decision on what.
But Conway's landed more, and he's landed the jab to the body well as well. Like, if you're watching it, obviously you're watching it, right? When Conway pumps the jab out there, Kelly doesn't want to come forward. But as soon as Conway stops pumping the jab out there, then Kelly he'll come forward. Like, so if Conway keeps pumping the jab out there, in theory, he'll make the fight easier for himself. But Kelly just countered over his jab. But Conway's won the round, I think. We'll see. We got 30 seconds left. But yeah, Kelly's definitely got faster hands, like you said. I agree. Yeah, I got that Conway, man. It's a little bit close towards the end, but yeah, I got that Conway winning that.
Birmingham are putting on some shows at the moment, though, both across Queensbury and Matchroom. It's almost becoming like one of the main venues for boxing now. Well, it always has been, but I mean, like it's more of a magnifying glass on it now.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And I don't know. Have you heard of Kind Up Promotions?
No.
They're a promotional team based up in Scotland, man. They're basically doing all the shows in Scotland, and they're putting on a lot of shows, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying to you earlier on. Like, I would like to see that more, like in Scotland and Wales and these places, get the spotlight. That obviously the rest, I'll probably say Ireland and England get, but that is down to kind of the fighters they've got as well. And it's like that's why your biggest stars, be it obviously for the black female boxing in Scotland. I don't think they've got a standout star. Whereas you look at Ireland, they've got Katie Taylor. England, you've got a few. Like Wales, you've got Lauren Price. Like there's a couple there, but it's just they obviously done the show in Wales recently for Lauren Price on Boxer. But as I said to you, obviously she's got a massive fight coming up with, or she should. She's waiting for the winner.
Is it Tasha Jonas? She fighting?
She is.
I think it's Tasha Jonas. I might be wrong though.
No, Jonas is fighting, but not. She's not fighting.
Price.
Lauren Price is fighting on the 14th of December, but that's in Liverpool against Bexy Mateus. But I'm sure Natasha Jonas is fighting on the same card.
I think Natasha Jonas is she's fighting around that time. Probably the same card.
Yeah, they got Natasha Jonas is fighting Ivana Habazin on the 14th of December. Basically, I think if they both win their fight, I could see them announcing that in the ring as the next fight. I think Jonas and Lauren Price would be the next fight afterwards. It has to be. I think they were meant to make it happen before, but just them being on the same card is coincidental. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Now Kelly's jabbing with the jabber, bro. This is a hard round to score. This one's hard to score. If someone grabs this last minute and like just lands real good shots, then they win the round. I got this almost a draw, to be honest, this round.
Do you know what Kelly's doing well as well though? Is when Conway puts his jab out, he's got quite a long reach. Kelly does really well to get underneath it. He doesn't really seem phased by his jab or Conway trying to keep him at bay. When he does, but this is where Kelly's getting the most success, is fighting him pushing Conway back onto the ropes.
It's funny, because he wasn't pushing Conway back at all in round one.
No.
It wasn't. I gave it to Kelly, man. The last 30 seconds he was just doing, and he did enough to grab it, because it was basically a draw up until then. But I can't give it a draw. Give it to Kelly. So I got one round apiece right now. What happened to your co-host, bro?
He's out of his family tonight for a meal, so he was meant to be doing this, but obviously it's his dad's birthday, so priorities, isn't it?
I hear you.
But to be fair, he done the last live, which I joined late, and it was probably the Jake Paul Tyson thing.
Can you see in the bottom left hand corner, Quartermain versus Bateson? Did you just see that?
What's that?
Did you see the little promotion of the fight in the left hand corner? It's the Quartermain versus Bateson. You've missed it now. You probably don't saw it. No, yeah, it's gone. But that's gonna be a good fight. There's loads of good fights on that card, man, and it's on the zone as well.
Matchroom got a busy month, to be fair, next couple of weeks. So you've got it 1-1 at the moment.
Yeah, 1-1. Boxing is so weird, man. I think Kelly must have used the first round to just try and get what's his name, Conway's timing and stuff like that, because rounds 2 and 3 are so different to how round 1 was going. So he probably was like, okay, he's taller and longer than me. Let me get his timing. I'll give him the first round. Because look, this round's not even close. Kelly's clearly winning this round. And what's his name? Conway's not even using his jab, but he threw it there. But he's not using his jab as much as he was in the first round. He was really utilizing his jab.
Yeah, because when you look at over the next couple of weeks, you've got Navarrete and Valdez. They're fighting for the junior lightweight title. Paro and Hitchens for the junior welterweight championship. You're going into obviously Pauls and Bentley, which is at Wembley Arena. That's on the what date is Paul and Bentley? Again,
Next
this
week,
is all
Saturday.
sort of sorry.
Saturday coming up is Pauls and
Yeah,
Bentley.
yeah, and then obviously on the undercard of that, you've got Noakes, Okoli, Daiquiris and Adelaide. That'd be a good fight. Char and Pulev. Pulev's still going, man.
Yeah, Chara and Pulev, man. There's lots of fights.
Interestingly, it's for the WBA heavyweight championship.
What, regular? Yeah,
Just
it's for the
says
regular.
yeah.
Well, it's for the regular.
Char and Pulev. And yeah, as I said, you go into again. Ireland have got another card on Miranda McKenna.
What, Tyrone McKenna?
That's in Waterford, Ireland.
He needs to damn retire, man. No offense to him, but McKenna's a scrub, bro. I shouldn't say that because he's a boxer and they get in the ring, but he needs to retire, man.
You got Honey and Rabuti as well from Argentina or Uruguay. Honey, the Australian fighter.
Okay.
That's 8 rounds at heavyweight.
I said I'm talking about 22 fights tomorrow, right? Hold on, I need to just get my list up of the fights. Where are we at? There we go. So these are all the fights I'm talking about tomorrow. Some UFC fights as well. UFC 3. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Gary. That's UFC. Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. That's UFC. Emmanuel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez. Alexander Pantoja versus Kaya Sakara. That's UFC. Murasaf Avalev versus Aljamain Sterling. That's UFC. Christian Lee versus Albeg Rosalov. That's one championship. And then all the rest is boxing. Lawrence Coley versus Hussein Mohammed. Liam Pereira, Richardson Hitchens. Rafael Espinosa versus Robsy Ramirez. Brad Pauls, Denzel Bentley. Mark Castro versus the Austin Esquel Quilana. Jaleel Hackett, Mayweather Promotions fighter, versus Jose Roman Vasquez. Darkus versus Adelaide. Sam Noakes versus Ryan Walsh. Ladolfo Delgado versus Jackson Marinez. Okay, I need to stop talking now. The fights back. But yeah, a bunch of fights, man. So many good fights. And all of those fights are all on the 7th.
It's mad, isn't it?
I gave Kelly rounds 2 and 3.
Kelly's got to get back to working Conway onto the ropes, because when Conway presses out, this is where he gets his success more, where he lets him in. Kelly's not as successful here. But I'm just saying as well, going off topic a bit, just whilst this is going on, we will shout out anything that comes out major, but during the fight. But obviously, Kamal Morton was overweight, 148 pounds, and he was meant to be 134.
Yeah, but do you know why?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much.
I know exactly why. So basically, it was something to do with his blood work or something? So basically, in boxing, they check certain things before the fight, right? And I think they lost his blood work. Like the commission lost his blood work for some reason, and then because they lost it, he knew the fight wasn't happening. So he obviously spoke with them. Was like, well, you ain't got my blood work, or you've lost what you've lost. I'm not going to be able to fight. And they were like, yeah, more than likely you're not going to fight. So he was like, why am I going to kill myself and make the weight if they've lost this key thing that they need for the fight to go on? There's no point. So he didn't make the weight. And then he thought they were just going to cancel the fight, but they still asked him to weigh in, even though they didn't have his blood work or some shit like that. So, but obviously, Thanksgiving as well. So he's probably thinking, well, they lost my blood work. Fuck this shit. I'm eating turkey. He probably had all the gravy and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. See, again, that's what I'm saying. See, with Conway, yeah, it's like now he seems to be throwing a lot of the harder shots in bunches as well, but he's keeping Kelly at range, and when he does, actually gets
you
his
see the
success. Now
free
Kelly's
piece,
backing
the
him on.
uppercut, the left hook, and then that was a beautiful free piece from Conway. Now I would say this is Conway's round. I'm not paying as much attention as I was, but I'd say it's Conway's round. See, look how hard it is for Kelly to get like closer, mid-range inside when he just keeps poking the jab. But he just doesn't do it. Like, he's doing it a lot in this round, but when he doesn't do it, then Kelly, gets the upper hand. Or Kelly has more success when Conway doesn't do that. 2 rounds apiece for me. This is going exactly how I thought it would go, bro. Close fight, gonna go the distance. What else was I saying? I was saying Giovanni Santillan versus Frederick Lawson. Levi Giles versus Cash Asfak. That's gonna be a good fight. Sean Noakes versus so that's Sam Noakes' brother versus Matthew Rennie. Danny Quartermain versus Jack Bateson. That's the main event of that DAZN card I was talking about. And we've got 2 other UFC fights: Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie and Anthony Smith versus Dominic Reyes. My show's gonna be about 2 hours tomorrow, man. But we're already 1 hour.
You do them every Sunday, innit?
Every Sunday, yeah. Okay, we're back on the fight. They're saying that Conway landed more punches. Conway landed 46 so far. Kelly 38. Good uppercut on the inside from Conway. It's close. I mean, I lean towards Conway because of the uppercut, but then if I take away the uppercut, the round is even. And now they both just landed the uppercuts. Or shots on the inside. Another tough round, man. Conway landed the best shot of the round, but other than that, it's not. It's real close. They both just landed jabs. Another jab from Kelly. Like, no one landed. And oh, wow, okay, right hand there from Conway. Yeah, who you got winning this round? I got Conway winning the round.
Yeah, Conway just
about though. Just about.
We are into Round 6.
I think the main event's going to be wild. I think both guys will get knocked down, bro. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be wild, man. Did you watch Kevin Farmer versus Jose Cepeda?
Yeah.
I think it's going to look like that. Kevin Farmer, you're going to see Sonny with all the skills and stuff, but obviously it's going to be. I think it's going to look like that for sure.
Cepeda, yeah, Cepeda. Do you know what? Conor loves Cepeda, man. Seriously, it's like his favorite fighter. Honestly, if I could get clips of this guy talking about Cepeda every episode, you know, I swear to God.
I think, bro, Cepeda, he blocks shots with his face. His defensive ability is lacking, bro. It's really lacking, man. So I think he's overrated. I didn't watch all of the, I watched one of those little 5-minute highlights of the, what's the name, Farmer and Cepeda. But from what I saw, Farmer was just making a miss and landing shots. So, but I need to watch the whole fight. And obviously, Farmer knocked him down. Like a clean knockdown. It wasn't like no fluke. He just dropped the shoulder. Baited him in. Bang.
Let me get this in as well.
I missed the whole first minute of this round, so I'm lost. Let's see what these next 2 minutes do.
You're gonna do coverage for the Usyk fight.
Yeah, I'll do the whole week. I'll do the grand arrivals. I'll live stream the grand arrivals. I'll live stream the open workout. I'll live stream the weigh-ins. I'll live stream the press conference. Yeah.
Because what do you use, Rumble?
Yeah.
So on Rumble, is it different to what you can do on YouTube and what you can show? Can you just show whatever?
You can show whatever, but I don't go that deep. So, but what I have done is I live streamed the whole fight of, this is before of a way after it happened, right? I live streamed the whole fight of, what's the word, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko from the start to the beginning. I scored every round. I didn't even, sometimes on YouTube, if I had the fight on a small screen and my face on the big screen, I could get away with it. On Rumble, I had the fight on a big screen and my face on the small screen for the whole thing. You don't get no copyright. I think the only time you'll get a copyright if you live stream something like that when it's actually happening. But yeah, you don't get no. They're really for like free speech and freaking and journalism basically. If you're coming, because in theory, what's it called? There's that word. Copyright. Right. If you're showing something for journalistic
purposes,
it's not infringement. But on YouTube, you still get all the strikes. It's just dumb, man.
Sorry, Kelly pushed him back there towards the end of the round, but it's very tight at the moment. What have you got it scored? Or what?
I didn't score round 6 because I wasn't paying enough attention to score it. But I got Conway rounds 1, 4, and 5, and Kelly rounds 2 and 3. And 6, I'm not even bothered to score.
I think Kelly might have. He got hit with some shots by Conway in this round, big shots as well. He recovered well towards the end, but Conway hits hard, man.
Yeah,
nearly missed him with an uppercut as well. That could have done some damage.
Because in the second minute, I see at the beginning of the second minute, he landed like a good combination, like hard shots, right? But other than that, I didn't watch the round properly, so. But obviously, he's getting landed on. His nose is bleeding, so he's getting landed on. Conway.
Do you know what? If the fight, if Conway and Kelly go at the velocity they were going at in that round there, somebody's going to get hurt. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, there's some big shots he took there.
Did you see Kelly?
Kelly's landed. So that was round 6. Kelly landed 11. Conway landed 15. But then Kelly threw less. Yeah. Conway, I think, may have taken that round. But Kelly come out too late towards the end and then tried to put pressure on him.
Kelly's winning this round now, like, for sure.
Yeah.
No, not Kelly, sorry, Conway. Conway's winning this round for sure.
But again, like you said, it just looks like 2 different weights, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a problem. It goes either 2 ways, though, innit? Because I suppose unless there's something in their contract that states, realistically, what they actually walk into on fight day is a whole different thing to what they've weighed in at. So when they get the water back into their body and they get the food back into their body, that makes a difference. You'll know this as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100% makes a difference, bro. No doubt, man. Even if you just train, and you're just cutting weight because you want to just be a bit more ripped, right? And you know about diet and food, right? Oh, I could wake up one morning, especially when I'm cutting. I could wake up one morning and weigh 70 kg, and then go to bed at 71, bro. That's the whole kg. But when you train and cut weight and deplete all your water the way they fighters do, the next day they're up like maybe 3 or 4 kg. How many pounds is in 1 kg? 8 pounds in a kg? They're up like 22 pounds. That's like what? Almost 3 kg. So
do you box yourself?
I had 2 amateur fights and 1 white collar fight. My last fight was in 2018. It was a white collar one.
Yeah.
And I haven't boxed. I've trained a bit. Anytime I go to some gyms, like I've been to a few gyms, I'll do some pad work with the trainer. I'll ask them, can we work? Sometimes I'll bring my boxing gloves with me as well. But other than that, when I go and interview fighters at gyms, I don't really train as much as I used to. There's a gym that I need to go to, actually. I know the trainer very well. It's not too far. It's in between on the Metropolitan line. That's basically your line, right? It's in between Watford and say Northwick Park. And you know, that long journey, right? It takes long. I mean, it's probably over an hour, maybe 2 hours, right? But I can't remember where it is. But it's Ahmed Hatim's trainer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to go to their gym. I was supposed to go last year, to be honest. I was gonna do like a little documentary for the trainer. Like I was gonna call it "The Day in the Life as a Boxing Trainer," and I would have been there for the whole day, right? And I would have interviewed the fighters, recorded stuff, and just put it in like a 20-minute video, maybe 15-minute video, and then just clip it up, promote on Instagram, and put it on my Rumble page. But I just never got around to doing it. And he was excited for me to come and do it as well. So I think he's a bit annoyed. Nah, I don't want to done it. I wasn't scoring that one either. I'm talking too much, bro.
No, again though, Conway is do you know what? I think Conway's won the last couple of rounds, to be fair.
Is he landing the hardest shots?
Yeah, Kelly's had more success in this round, but obviously just when Conway does land, he just seems to have more damage on Kelly.
Did you see Kelly versus River Wilson Bent?
No.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight, man. It's a good fight. Kelly won, but it was a good fight. Good uppercut and right and left hand afterwards. By Conway.
Round 8 of 12. Conway and Kelly.
See, look when he utilizes the jab, Kelly doesn't really have any chance, especially when he doubles it up. Good right hand behind the jab. This is good work from Kelly. Why do I keep saying Kelly? I mean Conway. It's good work from Conway. Oh, good right hand behind the jab. Good left hand behind the jab. You notice that Conway, he hooks off the jab very well. I'm actually paying attention in this round. Kelly's winning the round. But like you said earlier, like Conway's winning the round. But like you said earlier, Kelly does have his successes.
Conway's hitting him hard though. That's the thing.
Yeah, hitting him hard. The thing about Conway is that he varies his jab. Sometimes he'll throw a soft jab, sometimes he'll throw a hard jab, and he's varied it in a way that it's hard for Kelly to time what type of jab is coming towards him.
Kelly's that's a great shot. Bounce his head back.
When he was on the ropes, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you're talking about, but yeah. But again, he's only having real success when he gets to the ropes. If Kelly's not pushing into the ropes, he's not having, he's having some success. Like he counters sometimes here and there.
Yeah.
Like just then, no, he's on the ropes, but now, what was I saying? Conway tied him up, and he just circles back to the center of the ring. I think Conway's starting to catch on what he needs to do now.
Big shot.
Look, ties him up again. Kelly, Conway round. Definitely Conway round.
What amateur gym did you train at?
A few actually. So I trained at KO Gym in Bethnal Green, and then I trained at Angel ABC, but that's no longer around. But I trained at so those two, and I did. I trained in. There's a gym in Crystal Palace that I went there once just to try it out because my friend was going there, right? And it's owned by that famous, I think he was bantamweight or super bantamweight, bald guy, really fast, black guy, but had a proper British accent. I can't even remember, but he was famous like in the 90s, and he was a world champion. He owns that gym. But yeah, my main gyms was KO in Bethnal Green and Angel ABC. I've been to Miguel's gym once in Brixton.
Yeah, Miguel's.
I've met Dillian White a few times. He's not that big, He's not as big as he's a heavyweight, but he's not as big as he looks on TV.
Yeah, just do you know what it is here with Dillian White? It's a strange one, yeah. Like I feel as if I don't know, man. Like I don't think that exclusion from the ring done him any favors. Obviously, he's fighting soon, but I feel like he was on a proper roll with what he was doing in the heavyweight division. Obviously, then that stuff come out about the drug tests. So I think that's kind of put him back a bit, especially when he's older as well. A bit difficult when you get into form. You don't really want to kind of jump off that train. It's difficult to get back onto it.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I think Dillian White is been good for the heavyweight division over the years, regardless.
100%.
Yeah, it's provided entertaining nights for all of us. So
yeah, he definitely has, man. Was that some garage that I heard?
Yeah.
Was that the nail? Was that the nail?
Yeah, the nail. Yeah.
I know my music, man. Like when I used to go to the club a lot, I really don't go no more now. But when I used to, and you see when the DJs would what's the word? The DJ like mixes in the next track. They were just mixing a little bit, and I instantly would know what it was. And I say to my friends, "Yo, I guarantee the next song is this song." And they're like, "How do you even know that?" Bang! I was correct every time. All I need is to hear a little bit of it, and I know.
That's it, man. So I tell you what. Yeah, you see this fight. Yeah, Conway's. I think Conway's going to win it if it carries on the way it goes. Purely on when he has thrown and landed. Yeah, his punches just seem to have had more damage.
Do you know what? Yeah, tell me if you disagree with me. Do you know who he's reminding me a lot of right now? Vladimir Klitschko, bro. The way he's boxing.
Yeah.
And the way that he always ties them up at the right time. Look, done it. He's got that Klitschko style, man. The only thing is that Klitschko's jab was much better. Much better.
There's a reason that you're heavyweight champ for as long as he was.
Who do you think's got the better jab, Klitschko or Larry Holmes?
I would say Larry Holmes, but for me, because I always thought with Klitschko's jab, it was I don't know, Klitschko's jab was obviously good. You can't say it's not because of what he'd done over the years, but I always thought Klitschko's jab was it's quite like robotic, and in fights, if you was able to maneuver it, you had a lot of success with Klitschko. Not saying obviously, look, he went and won his fights for X amount of years, but I think the jab always worked against guys that were a lot small. Like I would say smaller than him, but like when he come against somebody like Tyson Fury, I know Tyson Fury is an anomaly, but he was able to move. He was quick and he could box and he could get it. He kind of numbed Klitschko's jab a lot. But to be honest with you, I always said it. Like even when he fought David Haye was a much smaller opponent than Klitschko. I think the size played a massive difference in it, in terms of getting him in, trying to get behind the jab. But I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like with David Haye, he was struggling with the pace in that fight, Klitschko. But obviously, but his jab was the reason that he won it. But it's a difficult one. Like I think if you took Klitschko out of that era, put him into a different era, I don't think his jab would have worked as well. You know.
For sure. I think Larry Holmes and Klitschko, they had different types of jabs. Klitschko was more of a power jab, right? He did keep it out there as well. Like, he just keep it out there. But when he threw it, it was more of a power jab. Larry Holmes, he varied his jab so well. He could throw a power jab. He could throw a quick. He varied his jab a lot. Like, his jab was more slicker. You can tell by the way that they throw the jabs, right? Klitschko, when he threw his jab, Klitschko threw his jab like this, right? Right? Larry Holmes threw his jab with his hand open. You could tell. Obviously, you can't see it, but you could tell. So when I throw my jab, I throw my hand will be open, and as I get to them, I'll close the fist because your jab will be faster. You can tell that Larry Holmes had that kind of jab, but Klitschko was just like, you know what I mean? But they both had good jabs, but they just had different jabs.
Klitschko's one was more robotic, man.
Yeah, 100%. I think Larry Holmes has the best jab of all time. I don't think there's anyone you can say that had a better jab than Larry Holmes. I really don't think so. His jab was, even to this day, I think Larry Holmes is one of the most underrated heavyweight champions of all time. People don't talk about him enough. He was so good, bro. You seem like you're about to disagree, but
no. I agree with you because I think the guy fights at a time where I think a lot of spotlight was put on other fighters in his division. So I don't think he gets shown enough love.
For sure.
Like people will always disagree. But do you know what it is? We're into round. Obviously, we're in last minute of round 10. Conway and Kelly, but it's there was actually a minute ago there was a bit of a low blow, so they stopped for a minute. Well, I say a minute, couple of seconds, just kind of. It's going to happen though with their fighting styles, especially as they go on into the last 2 rounds.
And as they're coming towards the end of the fight, they're starting to fight a bit more on the inside now as well. I think they're getting tired. And that favors Kelly. The inside game favors Kelly more, even though Conway can fight somewhat on the inside. But the inside definitely favors Kelly if they stay there.
Some great shots by Conway there, though. But he just took some shots off Kelly in the corner as well.
That right hand, overhand right, almost landed. That was beautiful. If it had landed, it would have been some good shots there in the end. Yeah.
But yeah, do you know what it is? As I was saying, obviously, Mike Tyson, like for me, when people talk about Mike Tyson, like I just think like he's like Mike Tyson over the span of his career massively overhyped.
Yeah, I get
his career.
I get that, but
I'm
you have
talking, we know for like 3-4 years at 21, the guy was ridiculous. But his like his, how do I put it? His prime is a lot shorter than historically a lot of heavyweights even to now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can't disagree with that statement. But
Yeah.
I will agree. When he came out of prison, yeah, he was washed. Well, people was like, he's still great. Like, and you know what? You know what really irks me when he fought Buster Douglas, right? And he knocked down Buster Douglas before he got knocked out. Bro, that count was like a 13 count, bruv. That fight should have been done. Buster Douglas got a 13 count, bruv.
Yeah.
What the hell was the ref? I don't know what the ref was doing. That was a 13 count, bruv. Come on.
Yeah, we're in round 11.
Was over.
Sorry. Yeah, go on. No, go on, carry on.
That fight was over, bruv. And the referee, I don't know what he did, but that was a 13 count. Mike Tyson knocked him out, bruv. So, but supposedly before that fight, he was on all types of drugs and stuff like that. Didn't train properly. It was on all types of drugs and stuff like that. Supposedly before that fight, it was in Japan. Was it in Japan?
What, that Buster?
Yeah, it was in Japan, wasn't it?
I think it was. Let me double check.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard stories that he was sleeping with Japanese hookers. That's what I heard. But I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. They fought at the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, man. He was sleeping with Japanese hookers before that fight, bro.
Crazy, isn't it? That's some cyberpunk shit, man. That's some cyberpunk shit.
Do you remember, when Mike Tyson did some crazy shit? Do you remember when he put a jacuzzi in a limousine and he was driving it around New York?
That guy does what you want. Honestly, it's madness. Do you know what it is? When you give them guys, you've got brain damage, too much money. That's literally it. You give them guys who've got brain damage, they're dangerous. Guys buying a tiger for his house. What do you buy a tiger? Yeah.
This man was earning 30 million at the age of 22, bro. 30 million. Yeah. Like, no 22-year-old is gonna know what to do with that. And obviously, I always say, if Customoto didn't die, he would have had someone on his side to really help him and like, no, don't do this, don't do that, But obviously, and he did sue Don King for 50 million, and he won. So, but Don King probably stole way more than 50 million from Mike Tyson throughout his career anyway. He got 50 million in a lawsuit. He probably stole like 30 odd million from Mike Tyson in his career, possibly more, bruv. But shout out to Don King because that man's crooked and he never really got done for anything apart from him having to pay Mike Tyson 15 million. Other than that, he really didn't get done for anything. Even everyone knows how crooked he is. He didn't really get done for nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Some shady backdoor deals from him or some shit like that.
Round 11 now. Lost 20 or 15 seconds, whatever. But
I mean, overall, I got Conway. I haven't paid full attention to the last half of the fight.
I think watching this, but you know what?
Did you see the uppercut?
Yeah. Overall, I think, it's tight, but Conway could.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what though? It's difficult. You just don't know. The judges could be looking at a completely different fight.
They could do, man, but I think I got Conway definitely first half of the fight. I've got Conway's rounds 1, 3, and 5, and that's not even difficult for me. I gave Conway round 8 as well because I paid attention to round 8. But even the rounds that I've been watching but not fully scoring, like for the most part, I see Conway's just doing a bit better work.
Mm.
Do you remember like Lewis Ritzman's next, right? Obviously, he's I think his last 5 fights, he's probably got 3 losses, something like that. But do you remember when he won the British and he defended it 3 times in 8 months, and he was just on a hype? I can't remember who stopped the hype train. Someone derailed it. I think it was the other British fighter. But when he was like the hottest shit coming out of Newcastle, about 4 years ago.
It's mad how boxing can change so quickly as well.
Yeah, man.
We're in round 12 now. Kelly and Conway, last one. They're proper going at it now. I think they've got to throw it all on the line, both of them. Orf, he's hit him there. It was a good body shot, but I think do you know what? This fight's been quite entertaining actually, and you was right. Obviously, you said it was going the distance.
Yeah, there's no way either guy's
At
knocking
the
each other.
moment, anyway, unless anything changes now. But it's important. These fights are the ones where you watch it and do you know what I mean? When you look at the ticket, like in terms of the buying customer, you don't always want to see knockouts like straight away. You do want to watch the boxing. I know for me personally, anyway. As much as the knockouts are great, if you get a card where there's like 6 knockouts before the main event, it's a badly put together card because it's how one-sided the fights are, in it. I don't think unless something freak was to happen, which can happen in boxing as well, but I feel like these fights are important. Just even for the fans watching, they'd appreciate it more. It's good advert. This card specifically, I said it last week, was a card for me that it's like you look at it and it's like in terms of everything going on with Saudi, and I said it earlier on, you need cards like this as well to make the advert for like British boxing.
I agree, bro. And there's a bunch of them. Go on.
No, even like YAFAI and Edwards being like, when you look at the levels they're at, that's a British fight that some people are saying YAFAI is taking it too early or whatever, but it's a fight that I don't think would have got made a couple of years ago. But because of the way boxing's changed even in the last year and a half, we're seeing this more. Because I think in any other time, say like obviously 10 years ago they wouldn't fight, but say if they were both at the point they were 10 years ago now, the way boxing is, you wouldn't see this fight.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
I think Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren's learned a lot from doing the Saudi cards that they can put on these shows where there's more 50-50s and losing your O isn't the biggest, and it's not the end of the world.
100.
My God, you could go across weights. Even you look at like Joseph Parker being a prime example of it. He's been up there, down there, and now he's getting back slowly. Whatever he gets to, but he's been up and down on that roller coaster. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What a fight! End of the fight. Great scrap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been watching it. Obviously here, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Conway. But again, Conway's got to win this, I think.
Yeah, same. They both. The last round. I think the last round, right? If any one of them rounds would be a draw, it'd be that round 12.
Yeah.
Because the first half of round 12, I gave it Conway, but the second round, half Kelly came on. But I mean, yeah. Overall, if I look at the fight as a whole, I'm leaning towards Conway. But hey, some of the rounds are close, and like you say, sometimes it's what the judges like, innit? So. But yeah, if I pick a winner, Conway landed the more hurtful shots. Some of his combinations were really good. And the rounds that I did give him, he won clear. So, yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to win, I think it's Conway, but we'll see what happens.
Interesting that we're going to the card list. So I'm just going to hit that and see what they say. Because
yeah, it'll be interesting to hear the scores, how wide or how close they had it. Shit down.
What? Nah, because I know what they're gonna say. One 16, 112, 115, 114, did he say? And 115, 113. It's mental, isn't it? Split decision.
Kieran Conway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so, man. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. And it's not a robbery at all. He did the cleaner work. I'm not surprised the split decision either. But the judge gave it 116, 112 Conway. The judge that gave it to Kelly gave it 115, 113. So there must have been a couple 10-10s in there on one, because that's the last judge gave it 115, 114. So that was real close.
Yeah, but it just goes to show though, like the inconsistency in like cards and like the judges' opinions. Like AI needs to take over now. Just run it, man. Just run it.
You think so, yeah?
Jabber boxing. Is that called jabber boxing? Have you seen that?
Is that the one? Is that the one that Radio Raheem runs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you meet him at the card in Greenwich?
No, I didn't meet him. Did you?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah. But I met him in 2018. This is when I wasn't doing the boxing, but I was going to shows to watch. I went to Tyson Fury versus that German dude. It's the fight that they announced, Fury versus Wilder won.
Yeah.
It was the undercard of Carl Frampton in some stadium in Ireland. And I met him there, right? And I had a picture of him. And then when I saw him in freaking Greenwich, I actually took down his number in it. And we spoke after. And I sent him the picture. And he was like, I don't even remember that. I was like, yeah, it was back in 2018, bro. But yeah, he's wild, man. He's wild. Not wild like as in, but just like he loves boxing so much. He's like, yeah, man, the fights, yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
See Radio Raheem, yeah, he's come out with some mad stuff though. I think who was I talking to about it before? Spencer Fearon.
Yeah, go on.
I was chatting to him. Spencer put something up, and Spencer's God. I speak to Spencer now and again. Nice guy, but he put something up, and I can't remember what it was to do with. It was it Joshua or one of the Saudi cards, but he just said something mad on it. I need to find the clip because I've done a reel of it, yeah. And I was just like, what is he on? But Radio Raheem is obviously he blew up off the deal. Like, I knew who Radio Raheem was for years, so I'm sure so did you.
I know what you're gonna say.
A lot of people will know him from Deontay Wilder.
Till this day.
Yeah,
you know Radio Raheem, he trademarked that. He trademarked it.
Have to, man.
Yeah, he trademarked it. Yeah. I think he doesn't do it no more, but he had a podcast for a few episodes and he called it Till This Day Podcast. He should have continued to it, but I don't know, bro. He stopped doing it.
Radio Raheem. Oh God, that killed me. That absolutely killed me. That did.
He's a grinder though. I remember back in the day, yeah, when like early, because he came just after. Who was that guy? Was it Eddie Setback? It was Eddie Setback, yeah. The when he was going around the gyms, right? He's quite famous. He's got almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Eddie, you know, EZTV. You don't know Eddie Setback, boxing guy.
Oh yeah. I've seen his stuff before.
Just after him, Radio Raheem was coming out, right? And I remember there was a video of him trying to interview Mayweather. And Mayweather's journalist or PA was like, no more interviews. And he really wanted it. And he was kind of like forcing himself to get an interview with Mayweather. And his journalist was like, no. And the Mayweather came along and he was like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? The video's online somewhere. And he was kind of cussing Radio Raheem. And Radio Raheem's like, listen, man, I'm just trying to get a break. I'm just trying to. And the Mayweather actually let him. If the Mayweather was like, okay, fine, you can have the interview. But if you saw the way he was forcing himself, like So he's a grinder, bro. And obviously second outs is one of the most known boxing
Crazy,
channels.
isn't it?
So
This is the fight though. Do you think this next fight's going to go? What do you reckon for the next fight, Ritson and Walker?
Lewis Ritson gets knocked out between rounds 6 and 9, bruv. Knockout from Walker 6 and 9. I'm getting a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments as well. I have put a link in there for you to join if you want to have your say. Join in on the stream. We're going into Conor Walker, Lewis Ritson next, and then we've got Sonny Edwards in your fight as the main card. So please take this moment to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Hooked Casuals as well, because that's where all of our videos will be launching or going onto from January. So at the moment, they're streamed across Boxing Corner Casuals, Hooked Boxing, and Hooked Casuals. So from January onwards, it will just be on Hooked Casuals. Check it out.
What do you think?
Ritson might get wiped off earlier. You know, I'm not even just saying this. I don't think this fight's going to go on as long as people think.
Well, is that because you rate Conor Walker, or you think Lewis Ritson's more washed than people think?
I just think that, like you say, there's like wear and tears there. Conor Walker's the next kind of thing to come through, and it's just one of them things in terms of I say next thing to come through, but I just don't. I can't see Ritson getting a win basically. But as I said, people prove wrong before in it, and they prove us wrong, man.
Yeah, there. Can you see on the screen now? Quartermain versus Basin.
Yeah,
bro, that's a great card, man. It's a great freaking card.
Haro v Hitchens as well, same night.
I didn't even know Crocker was on that night as well. Is that Lewis Crocker? Or was it not? It might be. Because I know there's more than one Crocker. That's probably not Lewis Crocker, actually. But there's more than one Crocker. Yeah, that's not Lewis Crocker. It's the other Crocker. Do you remember, when Bellew fought Usyk?
Bellew, that was a passing of the torch, all right.
Bellew was winning that fight up until he got knocked out. You do realize it, right? He was clearly winning that fight. It's just that Usyk gassed him out. And obviously, because Bellew could not keep up the pace that he was doing for all the 12 rounds. He just couldn't, and it got. I do think a little bit. It might have been the referee could have let Bellew go on a little bit. I really think Bellew was gonna get up, but the referee was like, no. But I reckon he could have let Bellew go on.
Yeah. I think Bellew said it himself. It was getting to a point where he was seeing 5 of Usyk. It's like it just saying that how good Usyk was. I mean, hearing it from somebody who was obviously in the ring, sharing the ring himself.
Mm-hmm.
When people think it was close, which would have been up to a point. But it's the same thing with like Kell Brook when he fought Golovkin. And then Kell Brook was winning up until round 5, and then that's when Golovkin just popped his eye.
Yeah.
And then it changed. But we remember with that fight, Kell Brook moved up 2 weights to fight Golovkin.
Yeah.
So that played a big part. And Golovkin isn't just your Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's not somebody you move up 2 weights just to fight. That guy hits like a heavyweight.
And also as well, those first 6 rounds against, obviously he came back down from 160, but the first 6 rounds against Errol Spence, Kell Brook was winning that fight with ease. Those first 6 rounds, Kell Brook was busting up Errol Spence. And after round 6, it just went downhill.
No, his problem was always it was the eye. It was the eye that obviously you saw it fight after Spence or whatever. The eye was the issue, and obviously then he come back and fought. For me, it was a gimmick fight, the Amir Khan thing. I just think there were two guys who were there to make a bit of bread.
And they made their bread, and both sailed this often into the sunset, bro. You
Yeah,
get me? And I'm happy for both of them to get that last payday before they retire.
Do you know what? I don't mind them kind of fights because they're too my problem is like when you see the exhibition fights between like Jake Paul and Tyson. Yeah, take away Tyson's age. In any instance, it's a gimmick fight. I wouldn't even welcome it if Mike Tyson was of an age that he could box. Not that Jake Paul would take that fight if he was that age, but I'm saying I don't welcome it because I don't like them kind of fights. I don't mind Kell Brook and Amir Khan because they're two ex-pros. I'm not a fan of the gimmick fights, but I get why they do them because they make money. They're making more money. They're making more money than most boxing fights. Jake Paul turns over more. People don't like to admit it, but Jake Paul in boxing probably turns over more money than 95% of boxing pros.
Yeah, 100%.
I think actually, I'll probably say 98. I think there's a few boxers who can do what they do what he does, and I'd say that the anomalies will probably be people like Inui, where he's fighting at Tokyo Dome every fight. He's earning bread, but I don't even think he makes that much.
No, he makes a lot. I don't know how much. I don't know how much it is, but I heard not in some of his fights he's earned upwards of 25 mil. That's what I heard.
And then Joshua and Tyson being the other ones that make bread.
Oh, Canelo as well. Canelo
as well. But Canelo's situation is mad because he's got the best deal. So like when he'll fight in a stadium, if a drink's poured, like if they buy a drink, he'll get 25p of the sale to that drink, or 25 cents of every drink's poured in the arena and sold. So he gets a cut of the people selling the drinks in the arena.
That's wild, man.
Mm.
That's wild, bro. I never heard that. I wonder if Mayweather got that.
I saw that I saw Canelo talking about that I'll send it to you if I can find it, the link, but they were talking about it on a podcast with Canelo.
That's serious, man.
Yeah, proper businessman, Canelo.
And you know what though, yeah? I wonder, do you reckon Jake Paul earns more than Gervonta Davis? Because Gervonta Davis is getting bread.
Gervonta Davis is getting bread, but that's another fighter that I would say certain fights he would have earned more money. But if I feel like most of Jake Paul's boxing matches, yeah, I'd probably say more recently, consistently. But if Jake Paul keeps on doing exhibitions, he might earn more money than some of these pros.
But supposedly for Tyson, he earned 40 million.
Yeah, he did.
40 million for Tyson. And so I heard that he earned more than 40 million because there was still back-end money as well.
Well, you got 40 million plus pay-per-views and all that.
Yeah, back-end money. So
Lewis Ritson and Conor Walker both ready to go.
Yeah. You got the commentary guy. What's it? Oh, do you remember his name? I forget his name.
I just know that man is American with the dreads.
Yeah. Because one of my guys in America, he's an ex-boxer. Tommy, I can never pronounce his last name. Tommy Renoir, and he's very close friends with Paulie Malignaggi. He's the one that got me the Paulie Malignaggi interview. He was out with Paulie, and he's like, "Yo, Paulie, my guy wants to interview. Do you want to go on live now?" And he just gave Paulie his phone, and we just jumped on StreamYard. But he was with Paulie, the dread guy, and Kish Algieri, and I was gonna do an interview with all four of them, but it never panned out. But that would have been sick with all four of them on my
I saw your interview with Paulie Malignaggi. That's sick.
They was literally in a casino watching the fights, and my guy was like, "Yo, man, I promise you." He was promising me a Paulie interview for like 9 months, right? And I never asked him for it. He was like, "Yo, man, you know I'm really good with friends with Paulie, right?" I was like, "Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get you an interview." I'm like, "Whoa, I didn't ask for it, so now you offering it to me. I'm gonna take your word for it, bro." And then he finally gave it to me.
So we're talking about the co-main now. It's a big fight because we're getting closer to that main event. Let us know in the comments what you think. Who's winning? Edwards YAFAI. If you're watching afterwards, yeah, you'll know anyway. It's yeah, interesting fight. But
Conor Walker versus Lewis Ritson. They just touched gloves and they're literally about to start any second now. The first round's going to be very telling to see what kind of shape and mental condition that Lewis Ritson is in. Because he cried after his last fight and said he was retiring, and he was crying, bruv. So I didn't realize that Walker's hands were that fast. Wow, that kid's got fast hands.
I don't think this fight's going past 6 rounds, you know.
Yeah, I was correct with it. I think it's going to be a knockout, but I do want to say that maybe I was being a bit too. I said between 6 and 8, and it could be earlier than that. Look how slow. What's his name? Lewis Ritson's hands look. His hands look so slow, bruv. Look.
Got a fast, yeah, but you know what? Is the jab he's trying to pop? He snaps it though. It's but he's not doing anything with it at the moment.
Yeah.
And Walker's getting through the guard as well.
I mean, this is something I don't even have to struggle to score. It's quite clear who's winning. You know what I'm saying?
Notice as well when Ritson's got his guard up, his hands are quite wide apart. Walker's just breaking through his guard. Quite a bit, to be fair.
And what's his name? Ritson's quite flat on. I mean, he's always been that way in his career anyway, but he's quite flat on. Like he's good double jab from Ritson though. Best work for him so far. He's still not winning the round. Right? Oh, decent right hand from Ritson.
That's a shot.
Was it from Walker?
Ritson got wobbled there at the end, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
come back with a shot. He got wobbled there, boy.
Yeah. That was like a four punch combination. Referee almost got punched. That's nothing but a Conor walk around, man. I like it when it's easy to score, man.
That one's there, you can just say 10-9.
Yeah. Real easy. Do you know how many we were talking about Ahmed Hatim earlier, right? Do you know how many times that guy has had opponents pull out of his fights?
Yeah, I know.
It's wild,
that's the one
man.
sponsored by the peanut butter, isn't it?
Yeah. It's wild, man. Like I think he's like 7-0, maybe 8-0. He's had at least like 6 opponents pull out fights. Wild. We in round 2, people. Do you know, I'll say one thing though. Lewis Ritson has always had terrible head movement, but he has improved it. This is the best I've ever seen his head movement, even though it's not that great now.
You think that if he loses this, he's just going to retire?
What twice again? Well, I think he has to, bro. I mean, bro, did you not see him after his last fight? He was crying, like not like smooth, like big tears, bro, like big tears crying. His eyes are red and stuff, swelling up. He's like, "That's it for me, man. I'm done." What changed? So,
do you know what it is? I think as well though, some boxers just can't say no. Look at Chisora.
yeah, but at least Chizora's had good wins after,
Yeah,
you know.
no.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
like
saying?
in terms of ability and that, yeah, he's a lot better. But I think we'd all be stupid. We'd all think though, like with Chisora, and I mean this in a respectful way. Like at some point, you want to bow out before he gets you. He's taken a lot of damage, bro.
But look how he looked in his last 2 fights. He looks great.
Yeah, I know. But as he gets older, because how old is Chisora? 39.
39, yeah, 39.
That's what I'm saying to you. So
Well, he said he wants to get to 50, right? So this next fight against Wallen is his last fight in the UK. Then his 50th fight, because this is fight 49 for him. And his 50th fight is going to be in America, and then he's going to retire. And I believe he will. He's made more than enough money, right? So, yeah, man. Have you seen he's got a farm, bro. He lives in the countryside somewhere. He's got a big farm with his child and his wife. Is big as well. His farm's big, bro. You know, so he's got sheep and stuff. He's got sheep and a tractor, bro. Derek Chisora is funny. It's I think the second round is identical to the first round, pretty much, people. Ritson is a tough, strong guy. A few good shots here and there. I would argue that Conor Walker landed better shots in round 1 than he did round 2, but he's still winning round 1. He's still winning round 2.
Walker's thrown like 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Ritson's coming back with 1, 2. See what I'm saying?
But but Walker landed more telling shots in round 1, I would say, than he did in this round. He hurt Ritson more in round 1 than he has round 2, although he's coming on now towards the end. But again, people, another kind of walk around. Now I'm looking at it thinking maybe I was right. Maybe it will be between 6 and 9. The beginning of the first round, I was like, when you said it, I was like, yeah. But now, two hours and 28 minutes. We've been on live for. Well, I think I came on maybe like
you come in. No, to be fair, I started late, and then you come on probably about 10 minutes later. So I had some technical issues, but yeah, I was meant to start at 7. And I started about 7:20. But a bulk of the card of this fight was started at like 5 o'clock, like the prelims. But there was 3 fights on it though, because you had Callum Smith, Bevan, and then Ibrahim as well. And obviously, is it Amir Khan's nephew who's boxing now as well?
Well, has he got the name Khan as well or not?
Yeah, it's Amir Khan's nephew.
Shit,
So
I didn't even know.
He's just turned over pro. I saw a clip on. I'm not sure when he's making his debut, but it's soon. Adam Khan.
Okay.
He's a nephew. Oh no, hang on. Not Adam Khan. Where is it?
You know what? Yeah, this is the best I've seen Lewis Ritson look in a long time. Even though he's not winning, this is literally the best I've seen him looking a long time. He's not as flat-footed as he usually is. He's still squared up, but I don't think he'll ever fix that. And his head movement is the best I've ever seen it, bro. I'm shocked at how improved his footwork is. Like, what the hell did he do to improve his footwork that much?
Still think this fight's going to end in 5 or 6, to be honest.
I reckon it's going to end, but I think between 6 and 8. 6 and 9. I was agreeing with you the way that Conor came out in the first round, but now it's like, you know, he looked like he might have got him out of there in the first round, but now he's winning the fight. Yeah, but I reckon he's gonna take him a bit longer to break him down. So I'm gonna stick with 6 to 9 or 6 to 8. I love it when opponents use their glove to pull down their opponent's glove, man, and create openings. That's a beautiful move, man.
Leon Edwards is there.
Yeah, okay. Did you see recently that Derek Chisora bumped into Francis Ngannou at a football match in the UK?
Yeah.
But I think it might, because he said we can't say much. So I'm thinking maybe his 50th fight might be against Ngannou, because maybe that was like planned. Maybe they didn't bump into each other.
That'd be a mad fight, though. I think Chisora's got too much know-how. I think he'd still win. Chisora's a boxer, innit? Like, he's a massive difference. Well, Ngannou's got the power. Chisora's just a boxer, man. And I just think when these MMA guys come over, it's different, man. I'm yet to see an MMA guy that come over and impresses me boxing.
And a lot of people, right? Obviously, Ngannou, everyone's like, okay, Ngannou's good. Look what he did. But Fury was at like 50%, bro. And if you look at the difference, Fury's shape against Ngannou and Fury's shape against Usyk, you see how big of a difference it was. So yeah, Fury probably didn't even train for that. You know what I mean? And then he was like, "Oh damn, I should have trained." But because obviously he's got the know-how, he knows how to squeak the rounds out. So he just got it in the end. And arguably, maybe they gave it to him because they didn't want to lose the Usyk match. Arguably,
yeah.
But I mean, I still think Fury won it by 2 rounds, maybe 1. I don't know. Maybe 2 rounds. Have you given Ritson a round yet?
No.
Said that so emphatically.
No. Like I said to you before, Ritson's throwing punches, but when he does, it's 1-2s. When Walker throws, it's 4, 5, 6, or he's having more success uppercuts. Even countering just now, like we just saw Walker's countering Ritson's punches and returning it with an uppercut. Yeah, it's just different. Like he's definitely a sharper fighter. I mean, you don't take a scientist to work that out, but
yeah,
Ritson's he's pushing Walker back, trying to box with him, but missing him. So it's like it doesn't. Yeah, it's not having much success at the moment. And to be 4 rounds down later on, especially when you're somebody like Ritson, who, like you said, has been in a lot of bouts, and obviously he's coming in here kind of as the underdog. You don't want to be 4-5-0 down. Do you know what I mean? I think when that happens, it then takes a special kind of boxer to come back. Like Gervonta Davis loses a lot of rounds when he fights, but we know what Gervonta Davis does. So it's like, it probably is something he needs to work on. I feel like when he fights the likes of Devin Haney and stuff like that. But at the moment,
Stevenson, you could not do that against Shakur, bro.
But there's very few boxers that would be able to win rounds against Gervonta Davis and then kind of see it out. Like I say, Shakur, Devin Haney, probably the 2 guys that could do it. Yeah.
But if Devin Haney's getting dropped by what's his name, Ryan Garcia, but obviously people will say, oh, yeah, but Ryan Garcia was the steroids, so you can't say that, bro. Stop it. But yeah, if he's getting dropped by Ryan Garcia, he's probably gonna get dropped by Devin Haney. I mean, Devin Haney will probably get dropped by Javante Davis. One thing I will say though is that YAFAI has got fast hands. He has got fast hands. Like Sonny Edwards is fast, like generally, like getting in and out of distance fast, moving at fast footwork and fast hands. But YAFAI's just got fast hands. And I think people underestimate YAFAI's hand speed. The main event is coming soon, people.
He's got him in a corner now. Ritson needs to get out of there.
Oh, this is a really good round, man. From Connor. Maybe, mate. What did you say? It's not going past the 6th round. This might be the start of it, mate.
But that's my point. You see there when Walker's got Ritson pinned up. We're talking about both fighters. Ritson doesn't want to be there. It's long. You're just going to get tagged all day, every day.
And you know what? Yeah, he's taken long. And the thing with Ritson, he's a tough man. He's taken long to tie him up. He's trying to fight back when he could just tie him up straight away.
Mm.
And another thing is that he's got a very labored jab. So majority of the time, when Ritson throws the jab out there, Conor just punches over it.
Mm.
See, he done it again. So, and again, like that jab is a liability for Ritson in this fight.
Do you know what, though? I'll be honest with you. If Ritson doesn't change the way he's boxing, and I know this is a bit of a call to early doors to say out, but you need to see more from him, because it's going to get to a point where if he keeps taking on these punches, and he's not responding, being in this corner again, he's managed to get out of it. He's done quite well there, but he's not giving back as much right now, and obviously it gets to a point where you think you protect the fighter. At one point, is he going to throw the towel in? I'm not even joking. I'm just not seeing him give back at all. Like, he's getting out of the corner. He's done well there, but he needs to do it more. Walker's realizes where his strengths are now, pushed him back into the corner, so he's getting his shots off. But other than that, Ritson's not really having much success. He's missing most of what he's throwing.
He's always been a guy that's got plan A and nothing else, though. That's the thing. He's always been that guy. He's plan A and nothing else. So he's not going to be able to change, man. So it's going to be a point. It's going to, like I said, this fight does not go the distance, and Ritson gets knocked out. And I still believe I'm correct in my.
You could be going into your round 7+ now.
Yeah, I believe that it's going to happen in the rounds that I said it's going to happen. And yeah, Ritson should be done, man. I don't care who you are. You don't cry like the way that he cried after his last fight and announce you're retiring and adamant that you're retiring and come back from that and have a good fight. And to be fair, it's not that much of a bad fight considering, how he acted after his last fight. It's not actually, like I said, it's the best head movement I've ever seen Ritson have in his whole career. Even though it's not great head movement, but it's still the best for him. The best footwork for him as well. So, Who you got? Parra or Hitchens?
Parra.
Yeah, all day, man. Everyone was said to me that I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Super Matias is going to destroy Parra. I was like, no, he's not. Parra's going to win. I won good money on that as well. Good money on that. Super Matias comes in straight lines and doesn't move his head and is flat-footed. You can't be flat-footed, no head movement, and come in straight lines against someone like Liam Parra. To be fair, people didn't watch boxing the way I watch boxing, so people will be like, no, they don't know who Liam Parra is, but I knew who Liam Parra was. So
Conor Walker's. I think he got the ref stepped in there for it was a low blow or.
Yeah, it definitely 100% was. This is what I'm saying though. Lewis Ritson's tough, bro. He's a tough guy, bro. Because that was on the button. Like,
you know what though? Yeah, like when you are watching it, it's like tough is good, but it gets to a point where if you're tough, but it's not, you become less competitive in the fight. Like you say, Ritson retired before come back. Was that a good idea? When you watch something like this and you think probably not. And I'm not even saying that from a disrespectful point. I'm just saying it's like there's no point getting back into the ring. You'll know this anyway, boxing yourself, putting yourself on the line, if you know you're not able to compete or keep up with your opponent. That's my thing. I haven't really given, I don't know about you, but I haven't given him a single round.
No, me neither. He hasn't got around.
Yeah.
But I was saying it because most people getting a low blow like that in that circumstance probably would have taken like at least a minute out. Ritson was just like, no, let's go. That's because he's tough. You know what I'm saying?
You could argue though that could in some instance be stupid. It's a Walker's got him in the corner again. You could argue though, because sometimes the smartest fighters will do that just to get a breather.
Yeah, to get a breather.
Yeah.
But even like that's what I'm saying. Even if it was to get a breather, he don't care about no breather because he just wants to fight. He's tough. You know what I'm saying? Even bro I mean he's in the corner.
No, Ritson's jabbed. I'm watching this now, but Ritson's hitting him a few times. He's got a few successful jabs off there. First time I've seen him have any real success over Walker, but
what was I saying? So even if it hurt him or it didn't, and he would have liked to rest, either one he wouldn't have taken it because he's just tough. And you know what? This is a little bit of a better round for Ritson. You know, I'm not giving it to him. He's not winning it, but it's a bit of a better round for Ritson.
Yeah,
it's probably Ritson's best round of the whole fight.
I'm just 1 second. I'm just gonna mute for a minute. I just need to move my setup.
Yeah, it's calm, bro.
Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna take a drink, and you mofos ain't gonna see me. Well, you might see some of my face, but I wear a mask for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That was beautiful. That was a beautiful drink. I'm nice and refreshed. Finished. What's the time? The time is 10:10. So we'll probably be on stream for another 45 minutes to an hour. We are about 20 seconds into, maybe about 30 seconds into round 7. See, even the judges have it all 6 rounds to Conor Walker. They haven't given Ritson a round. It's a very, very easy fight to score, man. Very easy fight to score. Excuse me. My prediction was a knockout for Conor Walker between round 6 and 9. So we will see if this happens. We are currently in round 7. He had Ritson in the corner, and then Ritson got out the corner.
It's kind of been the story of his fight, though. Like in terms of, as I said, Walker's just a fresher fighter. It's just one of them things. You said round 9, innit? Or round 9 and onward.
No, between round 6 and 9. And maybe it goes past. So I don't. Apart from the first round, I haven't seen Ritson like really hurt. But he was hurt with the combination at the end towards the end of that first round. And he's been hit with some good shots since then, but he hasn't looked the way he looked when he got that 3-piece in the first round. So I need to see him hurt like that again. His right eye is swelling up a little bit though. Ritson's right eye, just underneath it.
I think another round I'll give to Walker there, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, so your name's Paolo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was your name, bro. And I was thinking, is that a nickname? But no, it's that. What's your ethnicity?
Mixed. So my Irish, Portuguese, Mozambique, and English.
What? There's a lot going on there, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Do you know what's mad as well? Yeah, when you talk about Sonny Edwards is probably the more experienced fighter just because of where he's been at coming into this. How much that will play?
Yeah,
fought the world's best.
That was one of my thoughts as well. I mean, bro, he defended. Did he defend the IBF 4 times?
Yeah.
And remember, he beat Muratil Mefalani. That guy ain't no bum. That guy's no bum, bro.
They're saying it's just like too early for your fight and stuff like that. But I don't think there's a wrong or right time to make this fight because I think it's such a massive fight for what it is that I think you either make it now or Sonny Edwards will kind of next couple of years, he might stop. Do you know what I mean? You don't know. So
I don't think it's too early. If you look at his performance,
Sonny Edwards is fighting. You want to fight him for your fight. It's better because he's fighting him on more of an in prime Sonny Edwards. So if he wins, it's big for him, and if he loses, I don't think it's a. You know what I mean, this is for the interim title as well, isn't it?
WBC interim. And YAFAI, you look at the opponents he has fought, he's dispatched most of them pretty damn good. Dispatched most of them.
You know what though? I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of interim titles.
No.
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is when you talk about? I just think like it's. I think fighters will say it themselves, but you win an interim title and then you're awarded it because the board stripped so and so of their title. You don't really feel like you've won it though properly. Do you see where I'm coming from?
No, but you're not awarded it because the board stripped so and so of the title. You're awarded their interim title because it guarantees you. Well, it's supposed to, and most of the time it does. It guarantees you a title shot next.
Yeah, I know, but do you know what it is? I already feel like there's so many belts in boxing. It's just like it's probably money for them because they get sanctioning fees for it.
Of course it is. That's why you have all the international titles. They even get sanctioned. It's a lesser percentage. I don't know how it works out. But even the international belts, the thing is, this is what happens, right? It's like a ring. Like, because the titles give you a ranking, right? So, you can get international title, you can get intercontinental, you can get whatever, all these titles, right? Look at Brad Falls versus Denzel Bentley. It's for the European. It's for the British. It's for the WBA International, WBO International, and WBA. No, sorry, WBA International and WBO Intercontinental. Right. So you get your rankings. And they get sanctioning fees as well. And obviously, a lot of these fights, if you don't get a ranking, you're not going to get a world title. You need to get into the top 15 to get a world title, right? So, yeah, getting one of these trinket belts guarantees you a ranking, but at the same time, it comes with a sanctioning fee. Yeah. So it's just business, bro. It's just a racket. It's just basically a racket, bro. So, and you might not want, why do I need to pay a sanctioning fee for an international title? It gives you a ranking. And if you don't get international, you're not going to get a ranking. So it's.
I'm saying, bring in Turkey Al Sheikh's, one belt, one division.
That will never happen.
I'm for it, man, because it just messes. I'm just done with the boards and the titles.
It won't ever happen because then they won't make the money. The boards won't make the money. It's
never
gonna happen.
You know what it is though? I don't care if the boards don't make money. I just want to see good fights. A fighters league. Everyone's got to fight. It's leading that way. Obviously, Turkey Al Sheikh's acquired Ring Magazine. He's now the owner of Ring Magazine. It's only a matter of time before. I don't think WBC will be a bit more difficult, and the IBF, but WBA, I could see that being on there. We got George entering the now. Bear with me a second. 2 secs, George. Why is this messing up? Hang on. Give me a second, bro. The thing is doing an absolute mazzoline right now. What's going on, George?
What's going on? You good?
We just changed this.
What's good? You right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. You got the fights on?
No, I'm literally I'm just gonna get on now.
All right, say nothing.
Who's fighting now? Ritson?
Yeah, Ritson and Walker.
Okay, cool.
I predicted a knockout between rounds 6 and 9. And we're in round 9 now, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Okay, cool.
We're going to have to...
Has it been a decent night of boxing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Some good fights on it, to be fair.
Conway and Walker was a very good fight. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Where's this thing?
Who you got winning the main event?
I think Sonny Edwards.
Yeah, I agree, man. The experience as well, man.
That's what I'm thinking. I think he'll. Who is it's what's his name? YAFAI. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He I don't know. I don't keep up with boxing too, like, for those.
GAMAL YAFAI is the youngest of the brothers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, what's his do you know, like, what his trajectory's been like in terms of boxing? Because I haven't really.
Yeah, he's taken, like, kind of tough, like, upper level fights since he started. I think he's only got, what was he? 8-0? Is he 8 or 9-0? 8-0, right? And was he Olympic silver or gold medalist? He's got Olympic medal, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was Olympic gold medalist. Yeah, so he's got that pedigree of, like, top quality amateur, right?
Okay.
So he's fast tracked. So, and this is for the interim WBC. So it's basically world title, right? After 8 fights. So he is good. But Sonny Edwards is class as well, isn't it? And
his family is sick. I thought I was doing a spelling error with the names. GAMAL, they just changed the letter in the name, innit? GAMAL is his older brother, and then you got Galal. It's crazy, innit?
Yeah.
At least you're thinking I've done it all wrong.
Yeah. And they all basically look the same as well, bro.
Do you know why? The reason why it's a good, what they've done with him as well is good, is because even if he loses the fight, it's still a credible opponent. So it's not like he drops too low, innit?
What you mean, Sonny loses or Galal loses?
Galal, yeah.
Galal. Yeah, for
You know, like
sure.
normally when like a person of his experience, obviously they push him like this, they'll be like, oh well, he lost to Sonny Edwards, blah blah blah, innit? If he loses. But if it was like another up and comer or something, it's a bit worse, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Because this fight's on the big stage, right? So if it was a slightly lesser opponent and he loses, oh yeah, he was never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
Round 10. Oh, have you lot seen what what's it called? The potential card is for February 22nd?
No.
I saw it, but I forgot. But I did see it.
They're basically saying it's a possibility of having, I think.
Is it the one when they said Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois? Is that yeah?
Yeah, Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois. There's, I think, what's his name? Is it Zilli Zhang versus? It's potential to be Zilli Zhang versus
the German guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
The one that knocked out Frank Sanchez.
Yeah, and then they're also looking at, and then I think there was a potential for having Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz on the card.
That fell through today.
Yeah, fell through today. Yeah,
definitely not happening.
Yeah, and then who else is on there? There's a couple other really good fights.
Oh, sorry, just to interrupt you. You know, I was watching Gwyn earlier on.
Yeah.
Gwyn should have, like I said to you, I was shocked. Eddie Hearn's come out and said that Gwyn should have won the fight.
Oh, wow.
And to be honest with you, I get it because Gavin Gwyn fought Cameron Vong earlier on, and it was a close fight. I was kind of swayed towards it, but then obviously we was watching it and there was reasons. Obviously, I don't think, like you said, he won earlier on. He won the first 4 or 5 rounds. That was a problem. But the judges, Eddie Hearn's come out and said they'll look to do a rematch.
Eddie's not he's not having much good luck, is he, with his fighters?
But then I think it's in his interest to do a rematch because at the end of the day, his fighters come out of that. You don't want it's like Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron, yeah. Although Ben Whittaker got the decision, that's bad for Ben Shalom.
No, it didn't. It wasn't a no contest.
Sorry, it was a draw.
I thought it was a no contest, but yeah.
No, it was a draw. Sorry.
When they do that fight again, you know how much money they're gonna make.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
because there's so much controversy.
No, but even
that was on the Saudi. Was it on the Saudi card?
Yeah,
that fight. They made money anyway. Yeah. They made money anyway. It was a Saudi card.
Yeah, that was Ben's. I think that was Ben's first fight on the Saudi card, isn't
it? You might be right, actually. Yeah,
I think so.
No, but what I'm saying is even though it's a draw, doesn't really take away from the record and stuff like that.
But he was losing, bruv.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
He was losing the fight, and everyone saw it.
I would say Ben Whittaker won 1 round, and then obviously they scored it up to round 5. And then obviously got the draw, but it's mad because I think Cameron won the other 4 rounds. So if you go off the judges' scorecards up to 5, you have to give it to Liam Cameron.
I think Ben's going to be in a lot of trouble, to be honest, fighting
in a rematch.
I think in general, man, because he's not for all the showboating he does, he's not enough of a power. Like he has, it's like he doesn't have enough deterrent power in his punches, in it. You know, like when Mayweather was fighting, he could box however he wanted, but everything he was doing, his jab, if it lands on you, you could tell like it makes them know that he's got some sort of power. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Ben, it doesn't look the same. Because even when he was boxing, like, you know, when he's doing on a showboat and he's winning, yeah, fine. But they're still walking forward, majority of them. He's got obviously a couple of knockouts.
Walker's won by unanimous decision.
I just think, obviously, the higher you go up in levels, especially even he's had this fight with Cameron, like the higher you go up, it's just going to be crazy.
But that's like, if you look at all the fighters, right, especially prospects that are highly touted, they always look they still look skillful in the harder fights, but you can see it doesn't look as easy as they get further anyway. You know, look at Crispin Eubank Jr. in his first like 12 fights, how much showboating he was doing, a lot. And then as he got on, he had to just stop that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But thing with Crispin Eubank Jr., he had more power than Whittaker. Like you said about Mayweather, I think they're kind of similar if you look at actually, kind of Whittaker and Crispin Eubank Jr. and Whittaker.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think their styles are similar.
I think but I think mentality, like Chris Eubank Jr., he looks like he's just in there to kill, innit? Ben Whittaker he's a bit, you know. I know he's obviously got to be in the ring. Obviously, he's got the talent and stuff. But I don't know. I'm not sold on him yet. I'll see how. For all I know, he might go back into this rematch and then just absolutely like break down Cameron and beat him and whatever, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, fair enough. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, you could be right. I wasn't sold. I bet on the fight to go past 6 rounds. I didn't even bet
on Walker gets a decision, unanimous. We're not surprised. I don't think I gave him a single round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like it's yeah.
Ritson done well though. I really expected him to get knocked out. And like I said, it's the best I've ever seen his footwork and head movement, even though it wasn't that great. But for him, and he was supposedly retired in his last fight.
What's that meme from Claude from Arsenal? It's time to go.
It's time to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Claude the old man with the boss up teeth? Is that Claude?
Passed away.
Yeah. What? The diehard Arsenal fan?
Yeah, he passed away. He passed away like I think 2 years ago now.
What? He's old though. Claude's old.
Wait. I must be thinking about a different guy. I'm talking about the fat black man, and he's got a big gap in his teeth.
No, that's Robbie.
No. That's
and he's bald.
That's Zolo. What do they call him? Zolo.
Robbie. Look at this guy, Zordon. You're a madman.
Okay, cool. I don't know who.
That's what Expressions calls him, Zordon.
Expressions is a madman. He calls him.
I don't follow football that much, innit? So
yeah.
Nah, you don't. You just got to watch Expressions Instagram. That guy is like, that's the guy you didn't want to get into a cussing match with in school because you'd lose every single day. Somebody I know went to school with him, and it was long. It was like them guys are the guys that you can't have a cussing match with in school. Somebody said to me, they're the guys that you just got to fight. You can't cuss them because you'll lose and you get embarrassed. So you just got to fight.
Too much talking.
Is Expressions the one that always cusses Tottenham?
Nah, he's a Tottenham fan, but he's cussing Tottenham half the
time. He goes on like his team though.
Troops is there as well. Take your time with it. Oh, that one killed me, man. Yeah, just these guys, man. But yeah, we are. Hey, listen, we're fight away. George, what's your prediction? I didn't even introduce. This is Graphics by Axe, guys. This is man behind. Does a lot of graphics and everything else. I'm kind of undermining what he actually does. He's got a very good service. Check out his Instagram as well. Graphics by Axe. Artwork, logos. What else you do?
I like to do a lot of different. To be honest, the main thing is artwork, like logos. I've done a bit of video editing, you know that before, but
yeah,
and like video effects and stuff. But slowly coming back into that stuff. I want to just make a one thing mainstream, and then I'll start to.
That's why you got to make the page and do the anime. That's what everyone loves, the anime stuff.
Yeah,
I should send you my logo and get your opinion from it. Because I'm more of a videographer, right? But I can do a little bit of artwork and stuff like that. So I should send it to you and you give me your opinion. If you're a logo guy, you can tell me what you think. But I've been using a logo for 3-4 years now. So
logos, I think it's so techy, man, because it's like it's got to say so much with such a such a minute thing. So, but yeah, man, like whenever I send it through, I'll have a look. Did you ask me who I think is gonna what I'm thinking gonna happen?
and YAFAI.
Um,
I had Sonny Edwards on. I've got Sonny Edwards' decision. Basically, just to let people know, Connor isn't here today because he's obviously got to go and do something. But we do have a bet. So if YAFAI wins, I've got to do a forfeit next week on the live. If Sonny Edwards wins, he's got to do a forfeit. Now, as I've said before, the forfeit, I'll do dirty shakes. You know, like dirty shakes. As long as there's no salmonella in it, I'm involved. Yeah, no funny business, no chicken, raw chicken or eggs.
Yeah, but who's gonna? Yeah, but so wait, you're saying you're gonna to do that though? Who's gonna be the one? He's gonna come to your house and do it for you?
No. We're gonna be on live. He definitely can't come to my house. He lives in Brighton. We're
Exactly.
gonna be on live.
But how's he gonna trust what you put in it?
Because we're on live. So
Yeah,
I'm
he's
pouring
right
the
in front of
drink
it.
live.
See how we're live right now, right? He's gonna put the eggs or whatever he's in front of this camera, so he can't really lie, can he?
This guy could put bare stuff in here, mix it, and then just switch the glass and be like,
No,
see?
he's
Now you know. How am I
man.
gonna get that? How am I gonna distinguish that finish of one glass being that, and one glass being that? It's mad.
That'd be hilarious, though.
But I'm saying, like, if I win, I'm putting chili powder in his water. The base of the drink is water in it. So the base of the drink is water, and then you get 5 ingredients you can put into it. We are letting the viewers. There's some interactive people that do touch base with us every week. A few of them went at the start as well. They will be having their say. They've already
You
said
have to finish the drink.
two ingredients. We haven't got to that yet. We're going to see what's in it. I'm going to have a few sips, and we're just going to do. As long look, you got to at least take 2 full gulps of it. Like it's like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but the base of it is water in it. That's the base of the drink. And then 5 ingredients of whatever he wants to put in. That he's got to let me know before the live. So I have to go and grab anything. I will.
What made you not think about doing a forfeit? Why?
Just make it fun, isn't it?
Wow.
All in the sport of boxing, George.
Fair play. Fair play.
But yeah, as going back to it, so I'll be doing a forfeit. One of us are going to be doing a forfeit. You know, it might not even be a drink. I just said that did the idea of a drink, but the forfeit could be whatever he chooses to pick. Because like to give you a lot of example, and I will let you answer the question in a minute, but to give you an example, obviously I do a lot of work with DFC, which is like quite a highly established white collar boxing show, semi-pro, unlicensed, whatever you want to call it. And they're linked to SE Dons, so I do all the I basically do all the media for them, and I'm helping run it as well, matchmaking, promoting, all that sort of thing. We've got 2 guys from Combat Kings who are meant to be fighting on the next card. They're friends, yeah. The loser has got to go and spar with a K1 MMA heavyweight for 2-3 rounds. Bear in mind, they both weigh like that. They've both agreed to do it. And the heavyweight that's fighting, the heavyweight that they got to spar with is on the DFC main card, Lee Cook. Go and check him out.
That's wild.
How much? That's their forfeit. Huh?
How much did they weigh?
They're sticks. I can't even tell you how much, but they're both sticks. Like they put it this way, it'd be like Ngannou fighting. It'd be like Ngannou fighting in Munguia.
Okay, I see it. Okay,
yeah,
that's not that bad though. Like Munguia, it's not that.
Ngannou's like a ultra heavyweight. That's not even a heavyweight. That's a super heavyweight.
Yeah, Ngannou's 265 pounds. I'm fighting on weighing if he has to weigh in.
Have you seen that Derek Chisora says that his 50th fight might be Ngannou in like Zimbabwe?
Yeah, we're just talking about this.
Did you see that supposedly they randomly bumped into each other in a football match, but
yeah,
it was probably staged.
You're probably doing the deal then, isn't it?
Probably.
That's crazy. What do you reckon about Chisora versus Otto Wallin?
Joke fight, but
you think
it's a joke?
Yeah?
Why is it a joke fight?
But look, hear what I'm saying, yeah. I've got this is what I'm saying. I've got nothing but respect for what Chisora has done in boxing. The guy is like a mad servant to boxing. Actually, do you know what? There's very few guys that have. Think about it. The test of time, the different generations he's fought in, the guys that he's fought across different generations of boxing. When you think about it, the guys that have retired and he's still here, hats off to him. But do you know what? Like I'll be so honest with you. because I know these kind of fights are. We know what Chisora is doing. Chisora is making bread. He states it in every fight. He's there to make money. Take it for what it is. It returns to me as a boxing fan. I'm not like I'll watch it, of course, it's a boxing match, but I'm not massively up for it. I wasn't up for Joe Joyce in Chisora.
I was.
I watched it.
Yeah,
Just because it doesn't do anything in the division for me, I just want to see like the best fights that I think at the moment. And like Chisora, we know. I think Chisora is going to win it personally.
against
I think Chisora is going to beat Wallin.
I don't know, boy.
I don't think Wallin's that good, bro. Honestly, either you two can tell me different, but I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, but he's
And
a mover.
I don't think Chisora. I don't think Wallin can do what Chisora does.
I don't. Do you know what it is with Chisora?
I mean, inside and outside the ring. That's getting into your head before the fight and everything. Chisora is
but I think Chisora is a sort of fighter. Like he likes to have some needle, something in there that makes him a bit apprehensive when he. Do you know what I mean? When he fights or when he goes into training camp and stuff. Like I don't know if Otto Wallin really gives him that thing, and we've seen like past performances before. Sometimes Chisora, he'll just lose because he's just not up for the fight. I don't know. Maybe he's just going to be motivated because it's his second to last fight. That's what he said, isn't it? So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty difficult fight for him because everyone's going. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying because everyone's going off. Like people won't be rating Wallin really because of how he lost to AJ in it, but. His chin, like when he didn't go down against AJ, he was obviously it was TKO or whatever. I think a TKO stoppage or whatever, or corner stoppage. But I think if he fights against Chisora, he just slugs it out. Maybe he might touch him a few times, but Wallin is he's a mover, so I think it'll be difficult. And Chisora ain't that quick anymore. He's not quick, and I don't think he's quick enough to get there.
But I don't know if Wallin is going to be able to handle. I know you said he's not as quick anymore.
Yeah,
but he's still quick enough, right? And the thing with Chisora, even though he might be slower, he does cut off the ring well. I don't know if, for example, can Chisora keep it on the mid range to inside for all 12 rounds? If he can do that, he wins. If Wallin keeps it on the long range to mid range for all 12 rounds, then Wallin wins. So it just depends who does. And I think Chisora can keep it that mid-range to inside for the majority of the 12 rounds, right? So, but it's black and white for me. One guy's got to box this way, one guy's got to box the other way. Whoever boxes their way wins. But I think Chisora will do it. I think he's got enough in the gas tank to do it.
Thing with Chisora, like he just always surprises me in it because when I remember when he fought against who is it? I think when he fought against Parker, he got hurt in like the second round, and everyone's thinking this guy's gonna lose, and he stayed in there the whole. I was like, how? And he looked, and with him, like even against Joe Joyce, by the second round, he looked tired. Do you know what I mean? Like he looked really tired, but he just got the mentality to be able to soak it up and stay in there.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Franklin Ignatius, right? He's a boxer. 7-1, 6 wins, 1 loss, heavyweight fighter. And he sparred Joyce, he sparred Chisora, he sparred who's the guy who just beat Adelaide and he beat the other guy on Boxer. He sparred Fabio Wardley. He sparred the but I can't. He named like 8 British heavyweights, right? And he said out of all of them, the hardest to spar was Derek Chisora because of the way that he cuts off the ring.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So Sonny Edwards walking out now. Obviously, we've had YAFAI walk out.
Sonny Edwards has got a big smile on his face.
I think there could be a potential stoppage in this fight. How many rounds is it? 12.
Yeah. And when you say potential stoppage, you mean from YAFAI, isn't it?
No, I think Sonny could stop.
No way, man.
Sonny don't think Sonny can stop things?
Sonny don't stop people, man. He's got like how many knockouts he's got in his career? He's got like 20 wins and 6 knockouts.
Hey, man. Could be his lucky night,
Could be. It could be.
I think it could I mean like it could be an accumulated thing, just over the fight. But what do I know? Maybe
Because you
not.
got JK getting him out. JK. He's like a boxing manager as well, isn't it, JK? You don't know JK?
You know,
No,
I know
I
of
don't.
him.
So
'Cause
JK obviously is a rapper from Birmingham, for those who don't know, and anyone watching. But he's also like a very established rapper from Birmingham, like very well known in terms of the UK. Had quite big songs. But he also manages like 2 fighters boxing.
I didn't know that.
He's
But didn't he
very-
walk out? Didn't he walk out someone else like recently? I swear he walked out someone else. Maybe in the last 6
JK?
months. Yeah, he walked out someone
Probably
else.
his fighter.
That's the only reason I know him, because I didn't know who he was before he walked out that other file. And then I was like, okay, let me look his name up. Edward seems very calm though. Seems calm, bro. Don't look nervous at all. But to be fair, he's done it, bro. Like I said earlier, he defended his world title 4 times. So
his last fight was against Bam.
Yeah, it was Bam, and that was a big stage as well. So in theory, he should be used to it, right?
That guy's a killer.
Yeah, man.
Did you see his last fight?
Yeah, I did see it. Was it a 6th round or 4th round knockout? I know he knocked the guy out, but I forget the round.
Disgusting. I think it was 6th.
This is a Riyadh season card, isn't it?
What, this card now?
Yeah.
Every card's a Riyadh season card nowadays. I think even Bentley Brad Paul's is Riyadh season, bro.
I think most Queensbury and Matchroom cards will be.
Yeah. Would you guys put Bam in your top 5? Pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't thought about pound for pound for a while now, you know.
Top 5.
Shall we do them?
Bro,
Pound for pound.
I can tell you my top 5 now.
Yeah, I can as well. But you go first.
Usyk, Terence Crawford's in there. I'm not going to do it in order. I'm just going to tell you who they are because we ain't got time to do it in order. But Terence Crawford, Usyk, Canelo, Inouye, and I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Very obvious.
I'm not going to give you no clues. I'm going to let you say. I'm going to let you say whatever you're saying and just say one.
Terence Crawford, Usyk, Canelo. Terence Crawford, Usyk, Canelo, Inouye, and fuck me, I had one more. Jesus Christ. I don't want to get it wrong. That's why I'm thinking, because I have done this list before and I don't have time to go and have a look on my phone. But
take your time, man. Take your time.
I'm under pressure. My 5th fighter, that I'm picking. Come back, George. George, tell me your 5. Then I need to.
No, what? So that you can.
Yeah. No, we're not going until you get a 5-1, or we just will leave it in it. See, George is smart.
I've got 4 there still.
He's stressing.
I've got 4 there still. I'm under pressure. I don't like being put on the spot like that.
Well, I'll give you my 4, right? Because my 4 are identical to your 4. And then I won't say my 5th. But yeah, I got the same as you. I got Terence Crawford, Usyk, Inouye, and Canelo. They're definitely in my top 5. I know what my 5th is. I know what 5th is. I'm not going to say it though.
So is that what we're doing? Everyone just not saying their 5th?
Well, he might only be able to say 2 because maybe his 4 aren't identical to our 4. So you know.
I would say for me, Crawford's in there. Inouye's in there. and Usyk is in there, but I ain't got Canelo in mind.
Okay.
You're bugging.
I'm not bugging.
No, I understand. I can understand why he doesn't say. I understand it. Like Canelo's just about in mine. But for some people,
it's got to be. It's Beterbiev. It was my fifth. Has to be.
Yeah, that's my fifth. Beterbiev is my fifth. Beterbiev is my fifth.
Do you know how peak it is? Yeah, I still wanna put Bivol, but I can't.
Sonny Edwards, YAFAI round 1.
Yeah, round one.
Oh my days.
YAFAI's pressing him though.
Yeah, man. That's why I said to you guys, like YAFAI ain't no scrub. He's good, man.
I'm drinking something next week.
You're not Olympic gold medalist for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at his fight, like in his first 3 fights, he's fighting people.
Sonny Edwards hurt.
No, I think he's surprised though.
Yeah, he's surprised.
But he shouldn't be surprised. They've sparred together for years.
Yeah, but sparring's different.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
They trained together for years.
Yeah, it's true. And Sonny beat him in the amateurs.
He's hurt. No, Sonny Edwards is hurt.
No,
I don't think he is. He always looks like this. This is how he fights, man. He always looks like this.
Strong though.
Yeah, man. That's what. Yeah, man.
Where are the YAFAI brothers from?
Birmingham.
No, but like their family origin.
Oh, I don't know, but they're Muslim though.
He is beating him up, man.
But this is how he looks in all his fights, man. Like in his first 3 fights, he's fighting people with 20 odd fights, and he had only 1, 2, or 3 fights. So it's like,
oh my days. Did you say this was for a belt?
The interim WBC
title.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it flyweight or super fly? I don't even know.
No,
it's underneath bantam, right? It's definitely underneath bantamweight, I think.
Yeah, because he knew he's a bantamweight champion.
No, I knew he's super bantam.
Oh, sorry, super bantam. Yeah. Charlie Edwards fights at
bantam.
His brother, his brother fights. I think
that other guy is the bantamweight champion at WBC at 118. Junto Nakatani, he's WBC at bantamweight. He's a problem.
Who'd you give that round to?
Superfly.
Obviously, for YAFAI, man. It's not even. I don't even need to concentrate. It's clear cut.
Flyweight, because Bam Rodriguez then won the titles after Sonny Edwards at Superfly. So I don't know if this is flyweight or superfly, but it's a flyweight belt.
But I have to say one thing though. Sonny Edwards, even against lower level guys, because he's so used to like moving around and stuff, he earlier in the early rounds he gets swarmed. He gets swarmed and just kind of sucks it up. So I don't.
Oh, I didn't see that bit of the round. Why was that not counted as a knockdown?
I don't think it was. Are you talking about when Sonny Edwards got really low?
Yeah.
No, he was just dodging. He was just dodging.
Oh, okay.
As long, yeah. Oh, that could have been, but that was a slip anyway. He didn't get hit. Because he went low.
Because I know usually they say if you get punched and the ropes keep you up or something, innit?
But yeah, he didn't get punched. He like dodged it and then slipped to evade the punch.
Flipping hell.
See, look now. He's not swarming him as much. He's obviously still swarming him, but not as much. I can tell you're surprised, bro. But I'm not
Me?
surprised. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I am because because I was just expecting it to be a bit more like tentative, innit? You know, like
yeah,
these sorts of fights. Sometimes in the first 2-3 rounds, it's more just like
yeah.
what kind of shots you want to throw, blah blah blah.
But it's not how YAFAI fights, man. Like this shit, yeah, man. He just doesn't fight like that. If you fight in YAFAI, you know that you're gonna have to work, and you know that you're gonna have fight in the inside and spots in the fight.
He's going to Sonny's body well, though.
Yeah. And notice how he pulls his gloves down with his gloves, or he pulls his head
Yeah.
down with his glove as well. He's very good at doing that.
I'm drinking a shake.
Oh, Sonny's feeling it, bro.
Yeah, man. It's another click. It's click up round for YAFAI. Click up round, man. And another thing, YAFAI can do this all night, bro. He's one of the fittest fighters you'll see. He's got a proper gas tanks.
He's a fresh fighter as well, isn't it?
Yeah. He doesn't gas out. He can keep this pace up for all 12 rounds.
Sonny Edwards is hurt though.
Brother.
Sonny done a little bit better in this round than round one, but a good shot landed towards the end of the round. But yeah, he still lost the round.
Sonny looks dejected though. Do you see what he's like in the corner?
Yeah. He's not sitting down though. He chose to stand up. I'm pretty sure he sat down after the first round.
He looks deflated though.
Bro, did you know that Lerone Richards is in Sonny Edwards' corner? I didn't know that.
No.
You know who Lerone is, right?
The name is really familiar. I can't put a face to it though.
He's a boxer.
Yeah, but
I didn't even realize like Lerone is in Sonny's corner. What the hell?
This is going to be over quick if Sonny Edwards don't change something.
Nah, it won't. It won't be over.
Is he
quick.
coming with an injury or something? Because
no, man, this is how This is how Sonny fights, bro. I'm telling you.
He's mashed.
This is how he fights, bro. I just don't think he can take the what's the word? The volume and the pressure of your fight. He looks really tired though. He's breathing through his mouth.
He's gassing out.
He's breathing through his mouth already, bro. Look. He's breathing through his mouth already. He needs to get out of the corner.
bit better from Sonny Edwards, but
Yeah.
a bit better.
Nah, he's looking.
He's trying to keep it in the center of the ring more, but obviously YAFAI is forcing him to the ropes and the corners and stuff like that.
Oh my days, bro.
But I tell you, but Sonny is slipping more. It doesn't look like that because there's so many punches being thrown, right? But he's slipping more punches than people think he is. Especially when they're especially when they're in the center of the ring. When he's in the corner, he needs to get out there. Why is he staying there? But when they're in the center of the ring, he's slipping a lot more than you think. But it's funny because when he goes into the corner, he gets more of a rest, right? But then he gets more punches landed on him. So it's okay. It's like, yeah, I can breathe less and I'm not as tired if I go to the corner, but now I'm gonna get more punches punched on me.
Because I just think surely you can't do this for 12 rounds. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he can't keep on just
Edwards or YAFAI?
Edwards, like I'm saying like he can't allow himself to keep getting pushed back like that.
No, not for 12 rounds. No. This I think he's hoping. I think he's trying to gas out YAFAI.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna work. I've seen YAFAI's fights, bro. I don't know what he's eating or his training, but bro, the guy goes, bro.
This would be interesting after round 6 if it gets to there.
Yeah, 100%.
Straight to the body.
YAFAI's gas tank's a joke.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's like a skillful Gavin Gwynn, bruv. He's like Gavin Gwynn, but with all the skills.
So we're 4 rounds in, and YAFAI's landed 71 punches.
If it stays like this, his team might throw in the towel like in round 8 or 10 or something.
What, Sonny's?
Yeah.
Man got a low blow, touch gloves, said, yeah, cool. Straight. It's the physical strength as well.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like anytime Sonny tries to lean on him or something, he just gets pushed straight off. He's like, nah, bro. Are they both matchroom fighters?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's all right for Eddie then.
Yeah. It's in-house, isn't it? It's in-house.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He's literally stuck in the corner. Oh, there's a swelling under his eye now.
He's been in that corner for a hot minute, bro.
Bro, do you know what I'm saying? Nah. This doesn't look good, bro.
Sonny Edwards is knackered. He's gone.
Yeah.
It
Tired
don't
as
look
hell.
good, bro.
We got like 20 seconds left of the 4th round. That was a good counter shot, but he did nothing. But he did nothing. But I will say this though, Sonny's a warrior because when he fought Bam, man, he lasted in that Bam fight and he didn't give up. So we'll see.
How do you think if YAFAI fought Bam? How do you think it would go?
Yeah, Bam would win.
Yeah,
But it'll be the first 4 rounds would be a war. First 4 rounds would be a war, but Bam would win. Because Bam's he cuts angles too much. His footwork is next level. Bam's footwork is crazy, man. And I would say he's got more. I don't know if I'd say he's got more power, but speed and accuracy creates power, right?
yeah.
And Bam's speed and accuracy is much better than the speed and accuracy of YAFAI's.
Okay, Sonny. He's moving a bit now.
I'm retired in a bit, bro.
Boxing is a crazy sport. Can you imagine you're in the ring, yeah, and no matter what you're doing, the guy is still coming at you.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
That's like Beterbiev, though, isn't it? Beterbiev just walks forward, bro.
But he's calculated though. He cuts off the ring very well, and and Beterbiev's got an underrated jab. His jab is very underrated. People don't give
him versus Bivol was such a good fight, man.
I ain't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet, man. I need to get around to watching it. Yeah, I ain't watched it yet.
Listen, yeah. You know when I was literally just like looking at like what the hell am I watching? Because technically they just looked like ridiculous, innit?
I can imagine.
When you compare them to the rest of the light heavyweight division, it's like they're on Mount Olympus.
It's not even that. It's just even in terms of just like even just in comparison to other boxers. Like
the rope is Sonny Edwards' best friend right now, you know.
Say that again.
The rope is Sonny Edwards' best friend right now.
Or he just sucked in a big bit of air. Can you imagine they do this for 12 rounds and they say Sonny Edwards is the winner?
Yeah.
That's the tens he was smoking beforehand.
But you know what, though, yeah? The referee hasn't looked worried one bit. The referee hasn't looked worried one bit. Like, I think it looks worse for us. I think it looks worse for us than it actually is. But go on,
I think refs will know certain fighters that from being in the ring, like how they are and how they react. Obviously, you put someone in there.
The uppercuts.
Damage. Let me wait till I finish speaking first.
This dude's tired, bro.
There's a knockdown coming, brother.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, he's catching them with some good counters. They're doing nothing like before, but
what's he doing?
They're landing.
He's taking a point.
What's the ref doing?
Hey, stop with this nonsense, bro. Trying to get some rest. Go with the fight.
What the hell? That's good for Sonny though. Sonny,
that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't want. I'm trying to see them fight, man. Just get on with it.
So did you two think Beterbiev won the fight?
No, I thought Bivol
I
just
thought
edged it.
Beterbiev won still.
Okay.
I thought Bivol just edged it.
I gotta watch this shit, man.
But I
Put it
think
this way. Put it this way. There was probably, if not, there was maybe one round in it.
yeah, I think it was so close. I think it's like one of them ones, like you wouldn't be surprised if Beterbiev
If
won
it went
had
either
won it
way, do
or
you understand
Bivol
what I'm
had it.
saying?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But
Do you know?
whoever won it, they won it by one round.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny
that was
though?
the way I looked at it.
Like, because everyone was talking about. I told you earlier about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, right? And I didn't watch that fight until like 6 months later. And everyone was like, "Yeah, Devin Haney got a gift. Lomachenko got robbed." And everyone was saying it, and I was like, "Okay, maybe this must be bad." When I watched it, I was like, "No, Devin Haney won that fight." I gave Lomachenko 4 rounds at most. So, and everyone's saying, a lot of people are saying that Bivol was robbed, right? So I feel like when I watch it, I'm gonna see it clear cut for one of them. I don't think I'm gonna think it's close. I think I'm gonna see it clear cut for either guy. Round six.
Where do you think Devin Haney goes from here, by the way?
I don't know. He's turned down a couple fights. I think they gave him the TO fight. He
And
turned
the
it down.
fight as well, innit?
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about the Paro, but I wouldn't be.
I
wouldn't
heard
be surprised.
that he was there was a potential of him fighting Paro. This was like in the summertime against Paro in November, but obviously it didn't happen. I think Paro's fighting someone else.
He's fighting on Saturday. Richardson Hitchens.
That's who he's fighting, yeah.
Richardson Hitchens, yeah.
What?
Richardson Hitchens.
They stopped the fight
again.
No, it's happening.
Well,
they stopped the fight. Oh,
done.
Oh, Ross. I thought you meant they stopped the thing up.
Wow.
He didn't even break a sweat, brother.
Yeah, that was so one-sided. It was a joke.
Oh my days.
And I said it was going distance, isn't it? Yeah. I said Sonny on points. But yeah, I wasn't. It doesn't surprise me. Like I said, but YAFAI, bro, and he could have done that for 12 rounds, and he wouldn't have looked tired. I'm telling you, people.
Bro, he's even having a casual nah.
Yeah. And you know what it is? He's got decent pop, but it's the volume. He doesn't stop throwing, bruv.
Was that Robert McCracken in his corner?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No way.
I thought you said you don't know about boxing, bro. You said bare stuff tonight, bro.
Robert McCracken's there, man.
This man said, "No, I don't really know about boxing," and he come in and start talking all of this.
Nah. I just know him because he was AJ's trainer, innit?
No, but you said bare things, and I'm like, this guy's gassing. He knows about the sport.
Nah, man.
That was so one-sided.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, man. I'm not surprised. I thought Sonny would win, but I'm not surprised like how it went.
Wow.
He's gonna start calling for like Bam and stuff. Like he's gonna start calling for the big names now. Sonny will probably retire from here. I reckon Sonny retires.
Do you think so?
Yeah. What else can he do? Like where he doesn't want to go down. Do you think this guy wants to go to British level? No, he only wants big names, and he probably.
So is he just done now? What
I think.
Is it just that Bam fight took it out of him?
Maybe, but yeah, maybe. I think after you get a beating like that, right? You don't want to get hit the same. So.
Or do you think he needs to go up in weight?
No. They won't do no difference. Yeah, won't do no difference.
Man said go up in weight. Do you know who's above him? Man said,
he didn't even let me finish. I was like, do you think he needs to? No, he doesn't need to. He's not.
George. Yeah. Above him is Inui. Let's not do that.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's free. Inui's 3 divisions above him.
Super bantam. So he's flyweight. You got super flyweight, bantam and super bantam, innit?
I'm waiting for the post-fight speech. I want to see what he says about what he's going to do after. Not Sonny, YAFAI. I think Sonny won't even speak. He'll be that pissed.
Sonny's gracious in defeat, though. Fair.
Yeah, he is. That's true. But I think he knew that he had to do good in this fight because of his last fight, right?
Yeah. But
we'll see. He might talk. I thought Fury won that first fight, by the way, but
Did you?
yeah, I thought just about a round or two,
Mm,
because I gave Fury rounds 2 to 7, right, and then pretty
okay.
much and the rest of the rounds I pretty much gave Usyk. Pretty much.
I'll actually try and watch it back again because when I wasn't that watching it with you, Paolo. Where is he? Hello.
I have no idea why he can't hear you. Can you not hear George, bro?
What'd you say, George? I'm watching the thing. What'd you say?
I said, was I watching the Tyson Fury Usyk fight with you?
Yeah.
I wasn't it. Huh?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what's his? Yeah, it was a mad card. Because Deontay Wilder on the undercard.
Was he?
We've done a couple lives together.
Versus Zhang.
Yeah. Or was that on?
I can't remember.
Joshua.
There's been so many good fight cards.
The Saudi cards are mad. To be
It's
fair,
just all meshed into one. But yeah, I thought Usyk won because I thought Fury, all that showboating stuff. I thought it was just like, but he's landing all the punches on you, and you're just.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't robbed. Like, it could have went either way, man. Like it's not. Again, giving it to Usyk, I'm not like, oh, he got robbed. No, but I just thought,
yeah.
You know, I think Fury wins the rematch, though. I think Fury's gonna stop all the clowning around. He's gonna concentrate because some of the shots he got landed with is because he was being dumb and not concentrating, bro. So if he's concentrating,
I think Fury will get stopped.
No, I think he wins the rematch.
Do you know why I think he'll get stopped? Because he's coming in heavier, yeah, or he looks like he's coming in heavier, and I think if he comes in heavier, the foot speed of Usyk is basically like how long can you stay doing what you're doing, like Fury wise, and how many rounds can you do it for at that pace? Because he's never had to fight at Usyk's pace. Fury always dictates his own rhythm and pace, innit? So he doesn't ever feel like he's gonna gas, and he's got good gas tank, yeah. But Usyk is like a level above, and Usyk gets quicker and moves a lot quicker as the fight goes on. That was the first fight I think I saw Usyk start quick or as quick as he could.
Mm-hmm.
Normally he like warms up into a fight like jabbing this and that, but he was straight on Tyson Fury from the beginning.
True, but I think the reason why I got Fury as well is because that was Usyk's best ever. Like Usyk can't do better than that. Fury can do better. That's
you
what
think
I think
so?
Yeah, Fury can do much better than that.
I don't know. With Fury, I just think like I think things you do, I think as well, things you do in your personal life can catch up with you after a period of time.
That makes a lot of sense.
And seeing him, I saw that video of him like smashed and falling over and like drunk like 2 weeks after the Usyk fight or something like that. It's just not a good look, innit? And he's someone that has been up and yo-yoing in between fights all the time.
Yeah, true.
He puts on bare weight, loses bare weight, puts on bare weight, loses bare weight. Like it's gonna catch up with you. And when you're fighting against someone that's like their style is based off like cardio, it's completely different. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a really tough fight for him. Because it's not like it's not like Fury's got like exceptional power. He's got power, but he's not got like something that's gonna make he didn't make Usyk take that much of a backward step. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he hurt him in the 6th round from the uppercut, right?
Yeah, the uppercut.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
should be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting for sure.
Because this will also be interesting to see how much Usyk's got left as well, because he's an older fighter as well.
Yeah.
So
Fury's old as well, though, bro.
Well, yeah, Fury's 35 and Usyk's 38, but obviously Fury's been through way more war.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His body's been through a lot more.
Yeah, and not only in the ring, out the ring as well.
That's what I'm saying. When you look at that, you could argue that in terms of the conditions of them two, Usyk's a younger fighter.
You could argue that, yeah. What's Sonny saying? Hold on. Sonny's talking now. I'm gonna Sonny said that Sonny from 12 months ago would have went more than 6 rounds. And he said that he wasn't that hurt, but obviously YAFAI was landing a lot and he wasn't throwing much back, so he understands why the referee stopped it. Bro, he really is like respectable in defeat, you know. He really is.
Yeah. But what does he mean by the Sonny 12 months ago? What happened then?
He didn't elaborate.
He's just saying he's not got it anymore.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what he basically said.
probably
He's retiring.
Did he say he's retiring?
Yeah.
When did he say that?
Just a minute ago.
Oh, I keep pausing the sound. Did I not say if he loses he's gonna retire? I did say it. I did say it.
Yeah.
Because where does he go from here? Like, there's nowhere for him to go.
I hope he's made good money.
Whoa, man.
Sonny Edwards has retired.
Yeah, he's retired. He just said when you ain't got that same fire in your belly and you come up against someone like YAFAI, say nothing, man. I'm telling you, you're right, bro. Bam beat the fire out of him, bro. Bam took his soul. Bam took his soul, bro.
Sonny, so
at least he's got enough sense to say, you know what, it's cool. Let me go and do something else.
And his last 2 fights, this fight and the Bam fight, of his biggest
paydays. They were good
fights.
And they were good fights.
His biggest checks. So at least he's leaving the sport with 2 big checks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because what you don't want to see is him like, I can still go on, and then he just keeps on dropping lower.
Mad.
So Paolo, when's the next big fight?
Oh, that's the end of Sonny Edwards and YAFAI, the stream, man. When's the next big one? To be fair, our weekly shows are out every Thursday anyway. But our next stream, I'll be honest with you, we are so December the 21st, we are on somebody else's platform, but we're going to their studio to do it. So we'll be on for that's USIC card. And then like I said, for that we're there. In terms of streams, bro, like I know Connor wants to do Inui on the 24th of December. Because Inui's fighting.
Inui's Australian. Is it against the Australian guy?
Inui's fighting. I just know Inui's fighting, just ready to delete somebody. Hang on.
Man said he's ready to delete somebody.
Yeah, bro. He's a monster, bro. Sam Goodman. Yeah. Sam Goodman. So, Inui on the 24th of December, 21st, we're on Combat Kings' stream for the Usyk and Fury. And then before that will be our weekly show reviews as normal. That's the schedule, George. That's it.
Lovely stuff.
Guys, I'd give you a moment just to shout your socials out. Just to anyone watching and anyone that will watch afterwards before I do my outro.
You go first, George. Oh, mine's really simple, man. If you need artwork, any designs, logos, anything like that, head over to my Instagram. It's graphics by Axe. That's it. Short and sweet.
Okay, people. My Instagram is. I got a podcast. I talk about boxing, like Paolo. The podcast is Before the Bell Podcast, which is on Rumble. So Before the Bell Podcast, rumble.com. rumble.com/before-the-bell-podcast, and my Instagram is say no more. So it's 00 then say no more.
Guys, like, share, subscribe to Hooked Casuals. This is streamed on Hooked Boxing, Boxing Corner Casuals, and Hooked Casuals from January. It'll be solely on the weekly lives will solely be on our joint stream, which the links are in the bio of this. And if you're watching it via Hooked Casuals, just subscribe. And obviously to keep up to date. And like I said to you, like, share, and subscribe before you end up in the mud and it's too late, man. Good night.
All right, peace, everyone, man.
All right.